I'm Serene Knight.
I'm Paul Thompson. We're joined here today by Matt Lawson, who is the former chairman of AU Futsal. Matt, thank you for joining us.
No problem, it's a pleasure to be here.
And welcome to the new format of Match Report, where we'll be live streaming some of the best sport Loughborough has to offer here at LSU Media. Today we're in Sir David Wallace, where we're waiting to see Loughborough take on Nottingham Trent at the BUCS Futsal Premier North. Kick-off is at 5:45 and that's in just over 20 minutes.
Now, if you've never seen futsal before, if you're new to the sport, it's similar to indoor football. There's 5 players on each team with unlimited substitutes. Halves are about 20 minutes long with a 10-15 minute half time. Matt, what would you say are the other main differences between futsal and football?
Well, I think the main difference obviously is the pace of the game. As you've already mentioned, there's unlimited substitutes, unlike football where you have 3 subs maximum. Here it's unlimited anytime you want. So it just keeps everyone fresh. Once you get tired, you come off, a new player comes on, and it really keeps the intensity going. Also goals, it's a lot more goals than futsal, and I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a good game between 2 very decent sides.
And what's kept you involved with futsal for so long, would you say?
Well, I've been here for 4 years now, getting old. So I never knew about futsal before I joined Loughborough, but because there's so many sports here at Loughborough, obviously I just sort of fell into futsal, and from then on I absolutely love the sport. So I played for the 2s and the 3s in my first 2 years. That was okay, I loved it, but then I really wanted to sort of like do a bit more for the club that I loved, so I decided to run for chairman last year, and so I was chairman for the duration of last year, and then obviously Sam Mattox is the new chairman, he's just taken over from me for this year. But futsal is just such a fantastic game. It's getting a lot more media focus at the minute, which I think is a fantastic, and obviously this will only help that, both in terms of the university in Loughborough, but also what I think is more prevalent in terms of the actual global sport in the UK as well, how we're performing at futsal, and basically how the sport is growing.
Okay, thank you for that. So LSU Media had the opportunity to catch up with the team earlier this week in training, so let's take a look.
We're here with AU Futsal. What's your name?
Josh Burrows. I'm part of the BUCS 1 team. I was originally BUCS 4 last season, but I've been moved up to BUCS 1, so yeah, it's a pretty big step for me.
Excellent. How's the season gone so far?
We had our first game on Saturday against Leeds Beckett, and it was a pretty easy win. We won 13-3, so yeah, pretty solid start to the season, I think.
Good start, getting off to an excellent start, which is good to hear. What are your aims for this season as a group?
Well, I think we should try and aim for the top of the league, and we're BUCS champions as well, so in the cup we're going to aim to be BUCS champions again and retain our title.
Excellent, that'd be, a smashing year. What are your personal goals for this year?
Personal goals are just to get goals, get assists, play well. It's sort of a different system for me from going from the lower steps, so it's sort of adapting to like better players, better standard of play, yeah. So yeah.
And how's training been this evening?
This evening, Super League training, yeah, it's good intensity. The boys are getting on well, so yeah, should be good for the weekend.
We're told that a few England players might be representing on Sunday. May that be the case?
Yeah, well, we had a few on last week. I think Monty Patel, he's under 23s England. We had a few other players, Carl Holst, Liam Holst, they're both England players. So yeah, it's a good standard of play. We've got a good team, so we should really win the league with England players, to be fair. So yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
So now we're going to be hearing from Josh Burrows, who went from the 4th to the 1st team in futsal, which is huge. So we caught up with him, so let's take a look at that.
How has training been going tonight?
Yeah, really tough session, but it's really enlightening to work on a lot of different things. In previous sessions we've worked on specific things to work on to use in games, but this session we worked on 3, 4, 5 things, so it's really good to work on and really good to see everybody getting involved and really working hard.
Excellent. What are your preparations for Sunday's match been like?
We're very tough. We're expecting a really hard game because we know them from last year. The opposition are really good, so we're expecting a tough fight, but we're working very hard, both in defence and attack, to fix our weaknesses that we have and then improve on our strengths.
So are Nottingham Trent rivals of yours here at Loughborough?
Yeah, been going on a few years. We managed to beat them last year to get to the final, so it's really big. We want to improve on that. We want to beat them again and again and again. So
long may that continue. So what are the team's ambitions in the league and beyond this season?
We want to win. We want to be the top of everything. We want to be reigning champions from last season going into next season. So we really want to have everything, we want to win everything, and we believe we can, and we really can.
So Matt, what is Alex like as a coach?
Well, I've known Alex for a few years. He coached me in my second year playing for the Freeze. He was a fantastic coach. He took over from Mark Croft, who went on to bigger and better things in Italy. But then, so I've known him, he was my coach, and then I've worked with him last year because I put him in charge of the twos last year. And I think he's going from strength to strength, particularly in his coaching role. So last year he coached for twos, and he won the I think it's 2A, I believe it was, for futsal for the twos, which is fantastic. And we also had a great run in the BUCS trophy, made it to the semi-finals, unfortunately just losing out to Worcester. But also this year he's moved on strength to strength, going to the first team now. And I think he's also coaching the Loughborough Women's Futsal Club as well in the Super League for them. But it just shows a credit to the man. He's an unbelievable motivator, and he just really wants to get people involved in futsal. Win or lose, he's there every day of the week, mornings, night, he's there.
I believe he also played for Loughborough futsal as well.
Yeah, he's been a great player for the past few years. Won BUCS titles with us, obviously, but also he's played for the Super League for Loughborough Futsal Club. And he's been a great player. He's had England call-up last year. He was very successful, beginning of this year rather. He's had a very successful time in terms of England setup and his sort of future, his own personal future, playing-wise. And it's brilliant to see that a man so talented can also inspire and coach other younger, slightly less experienced players, you might say. Yeah. And I think it's really good for him.
Yeah. Do you think that experience as a player has helped him become the coach that he is?
I think that you'll find that a lot, especially in university futsal. Loughborough particularly, it tends to be former players that have gone through their coaching badges, coaching qualifications, and then they're coaching. Because I feel like Loughborough, because it's such a big university, is so focused on sport, you need someone. It's difficult, and as an outsider coming in, because you don't know about Loughborough and everything that goes on here. But as a former player turned coach, it's really good. Just in terms of the attitude, it's a winning mentality. I think that's instilled from you from day one. As soon as you get here, as soon as you join a futsal club, there's no messing about. We're here to play, we're here to win. And I think that's really good, and that's what comes out in his coaching style.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So now we'll be hearing from Sam Mattox. We'll be catching up with him, who's the current current futsal chairman. He's also an England goalkeeper, which is huge. So let's hear from him.
I'm Sam Mattox. I'm AU BUCS 1's goalkeeper, and I'm chairman of the AU Futsal Club as well.
Excellent. So how's training been this evening?
Yeah, training's been good. It's getting better. Teams getting together nicely. Everyone's starting to pull their own weight in different areas of the game as well. So it's going really well.
And in terms of Sunday's match this weekend, what do you expect from Nottingham Trent?
They're a physical side. We know they are. It's always a local derby, so it's a nice game to play in. It's always quite tense. It's always quite full, action-packed. It's always quite fast-paced. So it'll be a good game to be involved in. It'll be a hard game, but it'll be a good game to get involved in.
Excellent. And as a club, what are your goals for this season?
So goals are to retain the BUCS 1's trophy again, and as well start progressing and more players through the England setup as well within the BUCS team.
Excellent. And I know it's been mentioned that some England players may be playing on Sunday. Is that still the case?
So you've got myself, who's with England under 23s, and we've got a few other England under 23s players that will be involved on the Sunday game as well. So it will be good with all the England boys there as well, because there's no England camp.
So we saw a video about Sam Mattox there. What's he like to play with?
Well, I know Sam, he's a good mate of mine. He obviously took over chairman from me, as I've already mentioned. He's a great player. He's a great winning mentality as well. I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job this year, mainly because of the experience. He's played for England. He knows what it's all about. And especially in an event like this, I'm sure pressure is nothing to him. He knows how to perform.
And we saw a video about Josh Burrows earlier, going
absolutely.
from the fourth team to the first team. Just how big an achievement is that?
I think, well, I played for 3 years and I only made it for the first team in sort of last year, so we'll gloss over me. But Josh Burrows himself, he's a great lad. He only joined last year, he was a fresher last year, and we just made a new team last year. We just had a new four-side, it was completely freshers, people who'd never played futsal before. And for him to go from a fours to playing for the ones, especially in a game like this, and probably one of the biggest games of the season we've had so far, is a testament to him. But it's just one of the many success stories that we've had over the past few years. One other player that springs to mind is lad Adam David. He's the coach of the Freeze now. But he was playing for the twos last year. It was his first year playing futsal, and he ended up playing in the BUCS final against Cardiff, and putting in a really good shift. And he also scored quite a vital goal against Bournemouth in the I think it's the quarter-final of the BUCS knockout as well. So players like that, it's all about, it doesn't matter if you played the game before, whether you're new to the game, it doesn't matter, as long as you have that enthusiasm, that desire to do well, and this is a place to do well at the sport.
Exactly. So we can have a look at the league table now of the BUCS Northern Premier. Loughborough are top of the table after one match, beating Leeds Beckett 13-3 last week. Nottingham Trent lost 4-2 to Nottingham last week, but it's early days. How do you see this season going?
Well, I think our league season normally in history, we're not very good in terms of a league. We start slowly from what I've been a part of in the past few years, but then obviously we always finish really strong. So I think to start with a massive result against Leeds 13-3. Last year we lost in the last game of the season and it was a really poor result. But showing that, I think it's a strength of character. We're coming in new season, putting out that marker, and especially in Trent, although they've won the division 2 years in a row now, the league, the Premier North, having a difficult result against Uni of Nottingham. Uni of have also had a very good start of the season. They've recruited well. They've had a few former Loughborough players playing for them. So that's probably why they're successful. But I think at this stage of the season it's very difficult. You want to be looking closer towards Christmas, just after Christmas, see what it has, the state of play, and then we'll go from there.
Cool. Well, you don't have to be an AU sports person to be involved in sport here at Loughborough. Through the Coaching and Volunteering Academy, you can get involved in coaching, refereeing, or just assisting in the running of sports. Here's a video to describe it all.
So as you know, sport here at Loughborough is incredibly successful, with over 70 students choosing to get involved heavily with sport throughout their time here at Loughborough. We've won 30 medals this year with people with a link to Loughborough at the Commonwealth Games, which is absolutely huge. So we've also won BUCS 39 years in a row, so almost 40, nearly, not quite. So now we're going to see the highlights from the past year.
What is futsal like here at Loughborough?
I think here especially it's grown significantly in my time. We've had, I think this year especially in terms of trialists, as I've mentioned, we introduced a 4th team my year when I was chairman, and then this year we've had the highest number of trialists we ever had in history. I think it was around 380, 400 people for trials, which we had to fit into a week, which was a bit of a logistical nightmare, but thank God I wasn't doing it. But anyway, I think that just shows, as bearing in mind when I came to Loughborough, I didn't know what futsal was, and then now people are coming to Loughborough to play futsal. There's a few players. We've recruited well. Monty Boutel, he came from Cambridge. He's a young England striker, well, top man rather. And then we have a new goalkeeper, Sam Marsden. All these players coming to Loughborough because of a attraction that futsal pulls from it. And I think it'll only grow from here on out. I can only see it going up and up and up, to be honest.
What are your hopes? So what are your hopes for the future then?
Hopefully, what I really want to see from futsal is sort of move it on closer to being a performance sport. I know that's Loughborough, everyone wants to be a performance sport, and winning BUCS is just, that's expected, isn't it? But I think in terms of getting the numbers in, getting the trialists in, as I've said, I think the only way you can sort of improve on that is to get into performance, in my opinion. But as I've said, Loughborough, and there's nothing wrong with Loughborough futsal at the minute, so it can only go up from here.
Right.
So there's normally a bit of a rivalry between Loughborough and Nottingham. How do you think that may affect this game?
Yeah, last season in the league we lost home and away. It was very poor, in my opinion. But we were splitting our team because we play in the Super League with Loughborough Futsal Club. We're teamed with them, and I think that would cause a lot of issues in terms for player availability. And Nottingham Trent are always very strong, consistently they're very strong. We've had their manager, David, he used to play for Loughborough, so obviously there's a bit of rivalry there, but it's always a feisty affair, but I'm sure we'll beat their Silver with some good goals and some good talent going on.
And what about the journey kind of going to the championships this year? How was that for you?
It was a roller coaster, especially when we finished the league and we were 2nd from bottom.
Okay.
That was where we finished last year, but we didn't get relegated, so it's fine. But they changed the format last year. So there's BUCS North and there's BUCS South, and there's 6 teams in each, and then you play in a sort of a knockout tournament from that. No matter where you finish in your league, if you finish last and you're going to get relegated, you could still win BUCS. It's bizarre. But anyway, so we finished 5th, so we just avoided relegation, and then so that put us in obviously a very difficult draw. But I think we had Hertfordshire. That was a tough game, and then obviously we played Nottingham Trent in the quarterfinals, and that was an even tougher game. They had a packed. Their area was packed. It was unbelievable. It was a great occasion. But obviously tempers were running high. It was a lot of challenges finding. But that's what makes futsal such an interesting sport, because people care so much, I think.
Yeah, I bet.
And then it showed really our strength of character. We got beaten home and away, and then now we beat them to make it to the semi-final. We played Bournemouth, a good solid result. Ground that out. I think it was 3-1 or 4-1. And then the final itself, Cardiff. They've been our sort of South rivals, if that makes sense, because we got to the final. We played them twice in 2 years. They got the better of us last year in penalties, and then obviously we're out for revenge this year, and it was a very comfortable performance. In my opinion, Nottingham Trent was the hardest game of the knockouts, just because of the atmosphere, the pressure. It was really a high pressure occasion. But then the final itself, I think, because we got through Nottingham Trent, it was just a solid professional performance, and we won it 3-0, and there wasn't really too much wrong with it, and it was a fantastic result, bearing in mind at the start of the season we were struggling. And so it just shows that how quickly things can turn around if you keep on pushing and you keep on believing as a club in general.
Thank you for that, Matt. And finally, is there any last thoughts that you'd like to share with us ahead of the game?
Hopefully Loughborough win, otherwise I'll be very disappointed.
Fingers crossed.
No, I think that's it.
So we're now going to hand over to our commentator Jamie upstairs, and Matt is going to go and join him. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to the Sir David Wallace Arena, where today we are hosting Loughborough versus Nottingham Trent. It's a big game, big rivalry, big teams. Loughborough got off to a winning start last week, unlike Trent failing to get the win, so a lot on the line this early on in the season. Loughborough looking after a dominant start last week, winning 13-3. We're going to go into the starting lineups now. Number 1, Sam Mattox. Number 8, Michelle Fernandez-Herranz. number 10, Michael Koopwitz, number 11, Liam Hulse, and number 7, Kyle Hulse. For Nottingham Trent, we have the captain, Cameron Riley, number 4, Ollie Judd, number 31, Tej Rocky, number 2, Casey Riley, and number 8, Jordan Riley. A few players from the Loughborough team. We obviously got the substitutes, Monty Boutel, number 2, Vince Skoll, number 12, Adam David, number 5, Josh Burrows, number 6, Vinny Alves, number 3, Mario Cox, number 9, and Sam Marsden, number 13. For the Nottingham Trent side, we have number 10, Johan Tujas, number 3, Matt Silver, number 18, Joe Greenslade, number 12, Luke Butterfield, number 25, Alex Mora, number 21, Will Flockett, number 44, Patrick Johnson. A few players from the Loughborough, obviously Sam Mattox, the England goalkeeper under 23s, along with Monty. Doing very well. Monty, obviously 18 years old, got a lot ahead of him in the sport by the looks of it. Metcalfe, second and first division from the Spain leagues over in Spain. He's come over to play for Loughborough. I'm joined now by my co-commentator. How are we?
I'm all right, thank you very much. Good to have it. Good to be here.
Decent, nice little view from up here, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
So yeah, carrying on, we've got Liam Hulse, who also played for the England under-23 squad. Been called up a few times, looking promising. Going on just quickly to the coach, he's got Alex Turfey, who has had 3 England caps for the actual first team. He does play, I think. Does he play for the BUCS one a few times, but he's obviously coaching today alongside João Almeida, the international coach from Portugal, who came over, was that a year, 2 years ago, was it?
Yeah, last year.
And has definitely brought some good success over with him. Some good ideas, some good potential for the future. Looking very exciting. Don't we know too much about the Trent side? Here we can see the sides coming out now. Looking nervous, looking tense. We don't know too much about the Trent side. We haven't got many things about them, but we do know that not to be underestimated. They're a good side. They've obviously had success themselves. They'll be looking to put a bit of something on Loughborough after last week's loss. So
always a physical side, Trent. Look at the size of them. Always a physical side.
You know them more than me. You must have played them and seen them a few times. What's their normal pattern in the play in there?
Usually it's a very physical game. Trent always a physical. There's always an added element of sort of power and sort of ability. But as you said, they're not to be underestimated.
No.
No. But I think if we stick to our game, we don't get drawn into the silly fouls, I think we should be all right.
Yes. So Loughborough squad, we've got a strong squad throughout. A lot of young talent, a lot of experienced talent. So it's a good match-up. Yeah. Have you played with a few of the Loughborough boys before?
Yeah. I've played with. I think I would describe it as a core of his team before. Obviously, we've got some new players in. Mikhail Fernandez-Herranz, I'm sure you've mentioned him already.
Yeah.
And Monty Boutel, I've heard good things about last year in the Super League. He was fantastic for Cambridge, and hopefully he'll just be as good for Loughborough. But as you said, it's a good mix. I'm sure Sam and Coops as well, especially as captain today, but will add that much needed experience.
Like I said, it's the experience in that squad.
Absolutely.
Will aid the young talent and obviously, mould them into good players. We're getting ready for kick-off. 2 captains are coming together. Coops is your captain today for Loughborough. Very experienced player. Been around Loughborough for a few years, hasn't he?
Yep, he was a coach last year for Wands, winning, obviously, won BUCS last year. And I think he's Jefferies taken over from him.
Yeah.
And I think Coops is now
this means Coops is now focusing more on the playing side.
Absolutely,
of it?
yeah. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
And I think Jefferies is more suited to the coaching side. But notwithstanding, Coops still won. So.
Here we go. It's a very calm, relaxed posture from Coops there, isn't it, in the kick-off? Arms folded, leaning back.
He's a very calm player.
Knows what he's doing. There we have the referees. Don't actually have the names of the referees, but good luck to them today. So it's going to be a heated game. All the best out there. And we're getting ready for kick-off. It's Trent to kick off. The referee's whistle has blown and we're underway. Trent starting off here. What are you expecting from the start? Relaxed? Trying to feel for the game?
Looks like a 4-0 setting up.
Oh.
Foul straight away, or was it kicking?
It's a kick. Expecting a very relaxed start, trying to feel each other out. Don't expect them to go. Oh, I say that, Trent are going for it. Here we go, Trent are in. Oh, good recovery from Michelle. Liam's carrying it away. Into Coops. Coops with a lovely turn, unlucky. So, Loughborough kicking.
I think that's going to be a key area today. Kicking, set pieces.
Yes.
Hasn't been a lot of time to work on them, obviously being the start of the season, but I think in a game like this, set pieces is where you're going to win.
That's the difference between futsal and obviously football.
Absolutely.
It's a big comparison, but futsal is so key in the set pieces.
Set plays,
They can win your games just off them. Here we see a Loughborough set piece, practiced on in training ground. Not really come off there. See, Trent are really, when Loughborough have the ball, they're very high. They're playing very
pressing high.
Quite surprised about. I thought they might sit in, try and feel them out, but no, doing the opposite to what Loughborough are doing, just sitting in, relaxed.
Sort of three-quarter press, like what we're doing currently.
Maybe go into a half, or it's a good ball retention from Michelle into Kyle. That'll do. Again, Michelle, very aggressive in his tackling, but to good effect. Into Kyle, ball's just gone out of play, unfortunately.
Immediately impressed with Michelle.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
strong backman.
Started well, aggressive in his tackling. For a backman, you have to be aggressive though. If you sit off and let yourself get bullied, you're just going to be found out very easily. But again, that experience from Michelle, from playing in 2 divisions in Spain, that's a second kicking mistake from Trent.
Yeah, that's just a
nerves.
Might be nerves, aye. That's what I'd say.
Something. Yeah, Liam into Michelle. Some good possession from Loughborough. Coops, Liam. Moving the ball nicely. 1-2 touch. Oh, it's unlucky.
Good defending.
Another thing you can see in futsal is the rotations.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're massive. Obviously, in football, you have your set formation, set tactics. You don't go out of it.
Very fluid in futsal. I think that's one of the things
yeah.
that quite clearly obvious from the start when you're looking at football. Everyone's got a shape, as you said.
But when you perfect it, though, honestly, it looks amazing.
In futsal, you have to be able to play every position on the pitch.
Coops he's found Kyle. Oh, it's a good block from the number 4. Good defending. I think, is it just a kick in, just in the corner?
Yeah, kick in,
just a
in the corner. Yeah.
What they're going to try? What have Loughborough got up the sleeves? Obviously, it's stop clock as well, isn't it?
Yep, stop clock.
All the way
goes
through.
Out.
Yep. So. Can hear the manager shouting press from the Trent side.
Yeah.
They really want this ball back. They want to control this game, but Loughborough are doing well to maintain the ball possession.
I think the first 5 minutes is going to be very key for this game. If we can nick an early goal, or likewise, if Nottingham could start off and nick a goal, it sort of sets the tempo for the game. But at the minute, it looks a little bit cagey.
Yeah. Obviously, Trent have already made 2 mistakes from kick-ins, so you can tell. And there's Loughborough's first,
Basic things.
Like you say, foot off the pitch, simple stuff like that. But obviously the new viewers that aren't too aware of the futsal rules, as we go we'll explain. So obviously your foot has to be off the pitch, standing foot when you kick the ball. And obviously, early stages are failing to do this. So good ball wide, Sam Maffitt's coming out, sees the ball out nicely. So you've known Sam for a few years. What do you think of him as a player, but more as as his chairman now, isn't he?
He's the current chairman. He took over from me from last year.
Yeah.
But he's a very competent player.
Very. From what I've seen him, he's more of a shot stopper. If you get 1-on-1, he'd love to just fling himself at the ball and just
flies around the court.
Very aggressive, like you said, aggressive.
He's a very aggressive player. Yeah, aggressive goalkeeper.
See the aggressive start from Trent coming in.
Likewise, he's also very vocal as well.
Yeah.
Which is good.
You can always hear him. Always
good for a keeper.
Always hear his voice around the pitch. Like I said, the aggressive start from Trent there, shoving Michelle over. What free kick have they got? Oh, it's too readable. Scoop over. We got a 2v1, but again, Michelle, very good start from.
He's put in some fantastic blocks early on here.
It could be 2, could be 2-3 if he wasn't there. A few situations. So again, obviously you see straight from the off, you see the subs warming up straight away.
Yeah, I think that.
Because obviously futsal's a very demanding sport in the physical area. So straight away they're warming up, getting on. So
it's a lot of sprints backwards and forwards.
I think they're a lot less, substitutes are a lot less tactical in futsal. I think maybe just run as much as you can, work as much as you can. And
it's all about working hard.
Listen,
It's worth more than fancy flicks.
Like I say,
working for your team, and then roll on, roll off. That's the advantage of having obviously unlimited roll on, roll off subs. Sam's gonna hit it.
Sam's gonna shoot.
He loves to shoot.
Lucky. Another kick in for Loughborough. A lot of spectators as well for the big game. Can't see just over the edge here, but from what I can see on the screen, a lot of people. I can imagine as the time ticks on and it gets more tense for the scoreline, it's going to get rowdier and rowdier. Yeah. It's a scoop over. Coops are going to hit it. Oh, it's a good save from the keeper now. Again, Trent on the break. But Michelle again cuts out. Just gone out, but again, cutting out, interception. Vital. Making the first sub, Kyle's going off.
Adam David coming on.
Adam David coming on.
This is a guy who works hard.
Yes. From what I've seen him in training on BUCS especially for the past week, he loves to just run and work. And
he's probably one of our standout players from last season. Played for the twos, and then worked his way up, worked really hard, and ended up playing in the BUCS final.
It's a great achievement. Technical ability can get you a long way in futsal, but the work rate has to be about that work rate. Has to be with it.
That's one of the things that all of the coaches have said about him is just enthusiasm and passion for the game is second to none. He's also now the coach for the Threes.
Yeah. They had a game earlier on, did they? The BUCS 3?
I think
they had a game, but he might have been there.
He might have been there. I'm not sure.
It was at Holyfield, I think.
Was it? Yeah. But again, if you coached that and then come back to play a game, again,
done well. It shows the determination to want to play. If he's on the ball now, trying to bundle his way through. Unfortunately, lost the ball. Michelle pass it back to Sam. He's gone for a big long walk. Oh, we were in. Filling you how much time he had. Yeah, great ball over. Had a lot of time there, but obviously no one talked to him about it. So it's a very weird shape from the Trent. I'm not really familiar with.
Setting up 4-0.
Yeah, definitely from when they got the ball anyway. So you look.
But again, defensively, looks sort of similar to us, three-quarter press.
Loughborough like the 3-1 in possession. Was very fabled.
But as I'm sure throughout the season, once younger players get involved more, I'm sure we'll see things like a 4-0 from Loughborough. Absolutely.
Obviously, you talk about João coming over from Portugal with whole new ideas. Obviously, I've been fortunate enough to be coached by him a few times already. Playing for.
No, he came over. He came over last year. He's the new head coach for the Loughborough Super League side, Loughborough Futsal Club.
Also does National League 1.
He also does National League 1 as well.
Busy man.
He loves it. And then last year, because Coops was obviously playing for the BUCS, João filled in as the sort of manager on the field, basically.
So
he's always willing to help out with the BUCS as well. So here he's Jefferies' assistant.
Few subs made there, was there? Coops and Liam have gone off, and Monty and can't see who came on now. Hold on. Like we say about Monty, he's played under 19s England, I think. Very upcoming player.
Yeah.
Very talented. I think he got 6 goals last week in their 13-3 win. So he's very lucky.
There's another little
very end-to-end
challenge flying in.
See a lot more of them. It's 1 foul each currently, I think.
Yeah.
which is quite surprising. I thought it might be 4-4 at this point already.
Oh, warming up nicely.
That should be goal kick. If you're just joining, we are 5 minutes into the first half. It's 0-0 currently. Both teams are looking cagey. The first goal could be a big one. Obviously, I know it's early days, but it'll set the tone for the rest of the game. Again, they're
Nice
trying
little
that.
press breaker coming in.
Definitely.
Trent setting up in the Y, sort of putting the pressure on Sam when he's taking those goals.
I mentioned the tactics before. It's such a tactical game, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Like you could sit there for an hour and talk about tactics and stuff like that. Just didn't offer it for one game.
Yeah.
Talk about a press breaker there. You've got all sorts of different options and solutions to everything you do. So we see a kick in there. Going to this Trent side, I think Captain. Have you known any of the players?
Cameron, I know of.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while for Trent. He's a very good goalkeeper. I think he played for the British universities as well.
Yeah.
Alongside Joe Payne, who's a former Loughborough goalkeeper. But he's now playing for Uni of Nottingham. But I think, likewise, we're doing very well.
He's obviously the captain, isn't he, Cameron? Been around a lot. You see the ball up to Adam. Back to Michelle. It's a lovely ball over to Monty. He blazes it.
Wouldn't come down for him, that one.
Again though, Loughborough, good build-up play.
Good build-up play. We're going to rue these chances. They're sort of half chances, I would say.
Yeah. I've not had one clear cut yet.
No. But mind you, with Metcalfe at the back.
Exactly, yeah.
They've had half chances as well, you might say.
Without Michelle, it could have been a lot worse. Had a very good game so far. Number 8 for Loughborough. Sam, who loves it. Oh.
It's all right.
Almost been hit. Sam's aiming for us there. Again, a strong word after.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah. You can see a lot of the crowd turning back. Who just threw that dodgy throw?
Yeah. that's why I didn't play for the ones.
Here we go. Adam into Monty. Here we go, Adam. Oh, he's blazed it. That was a chance. 3v1.
That was can't. Should have put that away.
3v1. You see a lot in training and stuff like that. The overload in attack is so key. Obviously 3v1, 2v1. You do it in training a lot. You just keep practicing because the chances need to be buried. You're going to ruin.
See a press breaker from Trent now.
Cut out by Michelle again. Always in the right position, it seems. Very experienced, as we said, playing in. Still looking for that ball that's been thrown. Looking for the guy who caused it. Mayhem down there.
Apologies.
Again, that's another mistake from Trent. Kicking.
It's been 4 now.
Yeah, it's 4. Especially at this level. Sam Merckx with the ball at his feet. He's gone for a little dink.
Go on.
Adam. Oh, it's unlucky. Don't know what number 3 was attempting there. A few subs made for Trent. I think that's number 4, Ollie Judd, coming on. I haven't got the other name, unfortunately. Monty battling well. Wants to start again. Refresh. He wanted to take him on. He wanted him. Another kick in for Loughborough on the near side. Adam again working hard to win the ball. Oh, referee. It's a free kick just on the edge. Good work. Is that Vince goal, number 12? I think it is, yes. Battling hard, winning the free kick. It's a dangerous position. What have they got lined up? Michelle seems to have an idea in his head. He wants that ball. What are they going to go for here? A few discussions. That's the second foul to Trent as well. Big chance. Would you say this is a key chance, set piece?
Absolutely, we've got to make these ones count.
It's Michelle. to Monty. Oh, it's a great save from the keeper. Very well done. Let's go back to Cameron, experienced. Very good save. Kicking for Loughborough on the far side. Michelle. To Adam. Tries a flick, doesn't come off, but he's still got the ball. Comes over to Vince. Goes round the outside, referee! Again. Second time Vince has been taken down. He's feeling it.
Some lovely challenges flying in
Yeah.
now.
That's 3 fouls to Trent.
So do you want to explain what happens once we reach
So yeah,
the 6th
so
foul?
when we get to, we've got 5 fouls. The obviously referee will signal that, and the next foul will be a 10-metre penalty. If the ball is within the 10-metre when the foul takes place, it can choose wherever he wants. But if the foul takes place anywhere else, it has to be from the 10-metre line.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just a 1v1 penalty. Keeper can come out for a certain thing. Good save from the
save
keeper.
again.
But yeah, the keeper
Didn't know
can come
too
out.
much about that.
Just hit him.
It's got time.
Here's Vince. Unlucky. Tries to flick. Adam done well. And now they're back in. Now they start again. Patience. Trying to
Looks
build.
like he's playing higher up now.
Yeah, they
Maybe
want to
it's
go
the
for
wing.
it. Yeah, you can hear Zhao. He wants it. He wants to win the ball. They forced it.
Coming into the game a little bit more now.
Yeah,
Two chances,
not had a Trent clear chance yet.
both from set plays.
Mm.
Just need to start making them
Loughborough
count.
1 or 2, just not find the back of the net.
Good play again.
Yes, Michelle. So within one period of futsal, what's a decent amount of time to be on the pitch? And obviously, because you make a lot of subs, don't you? Roll on, roll off.
I would say, if you're going off by the stop clock,
Yeah.
I would say maybe 7-8 minutes. I reckon you'd be on for.
Michelle's been on for 7-minute mark.
Probably 4 minutes, 4 minutes at a time. Usually depends how fast the game is. If a game like this, it's a little bit more cagey. It's a bit less attack versus defence, sort of up and down the pitch. It's a little bit less. So I'd probably expect it to be sort of maybe 10 minutes on throughout the course of a half.
Well, you're saying the 7 minutes. Obviously, Michelle's just gone off after 7 minutes. Mario's come on. He's coming back from injury. Coops is now back on as well.
Yeah.
Monty foul there. Pushing the back of the Trent player.
Be interesting to see what kind of set pieces Trent have got lined up.
This is the first half decent chance from a set piece. Good area. It's like I say, Mario's coming back from injury. This is his first game, I think, in a while. Obviously looking just to get back on the pitch. Being injured for anyone's horrible. Having to sit there and watch. What have they got lined up here, Trent? As you can hear, Sam Mattox leading from the back, demanding where he wants his players. Here we go. He hits it. Oh, it's just gone wide. Was it touch from Sam?
Was it a touch?
Yeah,
appears to be, yeah. Good save from Sam.
Trent corner. A lot of people have funneled in over the past couple of minutes. It's bare a couple of minutes ago. Good block from Mario. Mario's going for it though. Don't press the keeper.
Shouldn't press the keeper, I agree.
Like I say, obviously been off the pitch for a long time. I think he's
I think he's very eager. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think, especially as a top man,
keep your head.
you have to keep your head.
Keep focus.
But on his day, Mario, I played with him last year in the National League. He's an absolute handful when he wants to be.
Can tell. Look at his size and his stature. Comes to Sam, flicks it in. Monty. Oh, good save anyway, but handball was given. Yeah, looking at Mario's frame and it would be a handball for anyone.
Very difficult to get the ball off. But he's a football player by heart. He only joined last year. He was a fresher last year, and played for the National League side. And then I think he ended up playing for the BUCS 2s and BUCS 3s. So I think his willingness, to learn, because he was very, very football striker, only really stayed in one place, but then he's learned so much in such a short period of time. And I think that's again mainly about what the IFA offers, what Loughborough offers in terms of futsal, just the coaching that's available to him.
Definitely developed.
Oh, absolutely.
Coops picks up the ball in a deep position. Monty, put your body in front, Done well, Monty, he's driving. Hey, referee's not giving it. Trent are now on the break, 2v1. Squares the ball, Sam comes out as the referee pulled it back.
I believe it's a foul pulled back.
Well, that one on Monty just a few moments ago looked like he'd been pushed over. I think it has been pulled back. You can see Zhao keeping the ball. Like that kid in the playground. His ball, his rules. We had a sub there. That was Vince coming off and Liam coming back on for his second spell in the game.
Now we'll be taking Nottingham. We're now four fouls.
It's 4 fouls for Loughborough.
Is he going
Good
to shoot
spot.
again?
Came close last time. Sam with a good save. Here we go. Good chance for Trent. Oh, don't think there was a touch that time.
Oh, a little bit further out last time.
Like we say, 4 fouls to Loughborough, so 1 more. And then it is the 10-metre penalty. Mario, is that not a push? Get back in, Mario. Taking him down the line. 2 of them come over. There was a man at the back post. He did well, Coops. See that experience, knowing to come over. Because there was a guy free at the back post, but he knew. So kicking for Trent on this near side. Can hear Sam shouting.
Foot was on that again.
Starting again. It's very direct, number 18, but it's come to nothing, and Sam's keeping it in. He wants to get the game going.
Go send it.
Mario. I think Mario's going to pick the ball up. Oh, it's not. Just over him.
So just an interesting point there, why Sam was getting rid of it so quickly for those viewers who don't really know the rules of futsal.
Yep.
Basically, as soon as the keeper gets it, he has 4 seconds from when he has control of the ball to get rid of the ball, basically.
Yeah.
And and if he gives it to his team, he can't obviously get it back. So it either has to go out or it has to change possession before he can then take it again for
That's
another 4
the same
seconds.
also with kickings and
absolutely
the same 4 seconds.
Same 4 seconds regardless. Or if he comes into the opposition half, which we may see as a tactic, fly keeper.
That's fine.
Then he can have unlimited touches.
It's a good 1-2. Good defending from number 8. So you see the referees go hand up. He's counting the 1, 2, 3, 4. After the 4 seconds.
Usually they are quite generous. It's a long 4 seconds. I'd describe it as.
But so the ball gets passed over if you do take the time. Good flick over to Monty. Been crowded around there, number 18, and we're just going to clear it and reset. Interesting start. Again, if you are just joining, we are just under 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes in. The score is 0-0. Loughborough have got the 4 fouls, so obviously 1 more allowed, and then it's not all. It's a good pass, number 18. Mario's there though, frame helping him out. Loughborough kicking. Not happy with that decision. Very not happy.
Can't believe it.
Oh, he's kicking the ball away. Referee's been lenient there. Liam over to Sam. See Sam with the ball.
Referee's left one in there.
See Trent, those little tactics trying to get
little fouls.
Trying it. Don't let it get to your head. Be smart in your play.
Can't get roped into it, I agree.
I was involved in a game in this David Wallace about a week ago, and it was because we're all very inexperienced players. It was can hear us all shouting. I'll say a few experienced heads on here know how to deal with the
good play,
the little tactics. Well done, Liam. He's on. It's 3v1. Liam shoots. Was it the right decision? We don't know. So he had the.
So I think the backman.
Yeah.
I think it's Jordan. Was it Jordan Riley? Played that very well. It wasn't really an option. I think he just sort of stuck it into the back post, hoping that I think Miguel was coming in.
I think he knew Liam was right-footed, so he if you try and show him down the line, cut the inside pass off.
Absolutely.
So that is a good tactic in for us. Cut the middle off.
Good sweep keeper.
Yeah, loves it. Scoop over to number 31. Lucky. Liam looking to break early. It's not. It's resetting. Michelle, who has come back onto the pitch, shall I say? Oh, it's a lovely move from Michelle. Good save from the keeper. It's a cheeky move from Michelle there. Didn't even see. He just goes back onto the pitch. Well done.
Coops, good play. That's experienced play right there.
Holding the ball up, resetting. Kyle, down the line. Oh, it's just too much, unfortunately.
Keeper did well there. He read that very early.
Still no goals yet. 10 minutes in.
It's making me look bad. I said there's loads of goals in futsal.
in the pre-match.
Right, curse of a commentator.
Building it up. Very rare you see a very low-scoring game in futsal.
It is rare.
Isn't it? Very rare. Well, see,
But, you know,
in the first 10 minutes, obviously, there's going to be...
it's going to be a very tight affair, I agree.
As it goes on, it should be getting more goals and more goals. If there's not, then...
We hope, otherwise.
It's one of two things. You can hear Zhao shouting, wants the players to... And they have. Is that a foul? It's not. It's a Loughborough kick in now.
What?
Not Trent. Trent thinking it's his ball.
He's given it to Loughborough when Liam rolled it out.
Yeah. I do compensate for the number 4. Referee's not seeing that.
I can see why the number 4's thought that.
Coops, that should be a Trent ball. Is it?
No, he tackled him there, I think. Sobel. Kicking.
Referee needs to forget about that mistake and carry on. Lays it off. Again, Liam.
So the referee a lot sharper on these set pieces.
Yeah. Quick passing. Over. Michelle to Kyle. Kyle. Oh, that's unlucky. Keeper's going to see that out. See, refereeing in this sport as well. They get a lot of stick.
They get a lot of stick.
A lot. So, no, mainly off the losing team. But you never know. Oh, it's cagey.
Some definite nerves creeping in now. No one wants to give that first goal away.
Got concentration as well, though. At this level of futsal, obviously it's a high level. You shouldn't be making that kind of mistakes. No. Liam doing well. Being cut out though. And Trent are looking to break. Number 12 on the near side. Plays a lovely ball, but Liam's there. Smallest man on the pitch, winning headers. We love it. Great.
We've never been historically the tallest teams. We've always been the shortest.
Michelle. No.
But we still win.
It's a Trent kicking. Loughborough kicking. Liam over to Sam. Is he going to drive? It's a loop ball over to Michelle. Michelle getting his body in, and it's a corner.
It should be.
Well done from Michelle. Experience.
Using his body well there, shielding the ball.
Another set piece for Loughborough. Try and make one of them count. Oh, his fist is straight into the keeper's arms. Poor. And the breaking now.
2v1
Trying to break in. Again, Liam, well played. Good block.
We've been caught a couple of times.
Yes.
Silly things like that, passing it straight to the keeper.
Say we've been caught on the counter, but Loughborough players have done well.
Yeah, we've done well.
Out. You don't always want to risk it. You want to just be safe, but they are living life on the edge. And Sam's going to see that out. Oh. Ooh, bit of air conditioning in it, it's getting a bit sweaty.
It's 100 times worse down there, I reckon.
44. Trent just passing it around the back, getting a feel, trying to find a solution.
They've been struggling to break us down on this 4-0. We defended it well. Historically, we've played very poor against Trent, especially against a 4-0.
Ooh, referee. It's not been given. Michelle's not liking that.
Little challenges flying in. We've got.
You can hear the crowd. Not happy with that challenge.
Makes it more exciting anyway.
Loves it. You can hear Zhao, so he wants him to sit off. He's letting him play for a couple, and then you can hear him go, now. And he wants Loughborough to go and win the ball back.
Trent are a bit more physical than us, a bit bigger, so we obviously don't really want that ball going high in the air.
No, definitely not. Unless you've got Mario on the pitch.
Unless you've got Mario.
Stand a chance. It's a line parallel ball, there's no one there unfortunately, and it's going to be a Loughborough kick. Going to have a goalless first half at this rate.
Yeah.
Want to see something.
Lots to talk about at the break.
Yeah. Michelle's a key point in this team at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's been
definitely controlling the game. Says that he loses the ball but wins it back. It's a kick from the 44. Michelle's still going. Referee. Refs. Oh, the keeper's coming. It's getting a bit faster pace now. The keeper's still out. Keeper's done well. Was not going to go back without that ball, was he? Again, though.
It had to be a foul in there somewhere, surely.
I say Michelle dodged about 14 tackles then. He got that little kick at the start from the ankle and just kept barrelling through.
There's at least one in there, but as I said, I think he's been one of the best players of the match so far.
Definitely, he's controlled the game from the...
and then from the Trent side, definitely the keeper has had a very good game. Also the number 8, their backman has played very well, breaking up attacks.
So you mentioned in the two key players in the teams, the two probably most experienced players in the teams as well. So
absolutely.
You can see experience is
especially in a game like this. It's a lot. It's
shining.
It's a very nervous occasion, I think, for some of these players.
Especially the build up, the atmosphere, everything about it. So if you took a lot of that, if you took the build up, you took the atmosphere away, maybe it'd be a bit. But that's what makes it. That's what makes the sport.
Yeah. But then, if you show this from when we played Trent at the end of last season, where we won 4-3.
Yeah.
That game was end to end, challenges flying in. There was shots, goals, everything.
You see Trent. Here we go. Loughborough trying to break. Trent doing well to break down the attack. Now Kyle's driving down the right. Cuts it in. Good tackle from the number 8. And again. Corner ball. Number 8's done well there. I'm sure we'll see in the second half it'll pick up. Especially with both teams. We hope. They're breaking. Trent are breaking. Michelle coming in. And then Coops coming across. Good challenge. Strong. Like we say, he's small, physical, but doesn't half make a good challenge.
Adam David back on.
There's still a bit of work. Loughborough have definitely taken the foot off the pedal a bit. So they started well.
I think we had a good sort of 5-minute period around the 10-minute mark, and then from now we're slowing down a little bit. The tempo's dropped.
Trying to get back into the game with possession.
Again, Sam, no options there, putting the ball out of play.
Again, Loughborough looking to press.
We're defending that 4-0 very well though, setting up as a 2-2.
Not allowing him to get out and break. Monty's now back on, that's Coops going back off, the captain for Loughborough today. Very
poor ball again.
We see Trent break it. It's a Trent kicking on this near side. 3/4 attacking half. Number 10 trying to work something. Good block from Liam. Just in the corner. Trent kicking right next to the corner. See, from corner, you can obviously do a corner routine from a kick in.
Yeah. So anything basically beyond the 10-metre line, I'd say, is pretty much like a corner.
Like they are, they're setting up. I think it is a corner anyway. Working on something. Good block. Referee's not happy with something.
I think the ball was on the corner itself. I think it was off the pitch, I believe.
Is that would that normally be a swap possession, or is it going to let him
No, I don't think, because the ball wasn't on the pitch.
Yeah. Is that again? We've got a timeout.
In that confusion, it's time.
Do you want to explain a timeout? Obviously, what they mean.
Basically, each team has one timeout available per half. Yep. It's a minute. Basically for them, it's sort of like a mini sort of half-time team. It's not really. Yeah. It's more like a team talk, just to sort of get the manager's views across, because obviously it's very fast-paced. It's very difficult to get what you're thinking across to the players whilst they're on the pitch. But like I said, each one can call it one per half for each team. Yeah. And I'm not sure who called it for this one.
I think it might have been Loughborough. What do you reckon Giles saying, because he's saying giving a detailed team, so what do you reckon he's saying to the Loughborough side?
I think we're pressing very well in terms of stopping that 4-0, but also when we have possession, we've been very wasteful, especially in the last sort of 3 or 4 minutes. We've been giving away a ball quite a few times. Sam's had to kick one out because he had no options. Liam's kicked one long. I think we should play more to our strengths,
Yeah.
which is ball to feet, get the rotation,
Agility.
going. Yeah.
Agility, try and work something.
Because at the minute we're sort of falling into their Trent's trap, kicking the ball long.
Sam's trying a few of them
hold
loopy
up the
balls.
players, and I think we need to play to our strengths more.
Yeah. Play resumes. Sam Mattox has the ball for Loughborough. Rolls it out to Michelle. Flick on. Good save from the keeper. Judged it well.
Again.
Very hard to beat today so far. So Loughborough kicking on the far side. Can they make it count? Been very sloppy so far from these type of kick-ins. Hopefully we see something. It's a shot from Monty. It's 1-0.
Great finish.
Followed in. Adam David follows in from a Monty Boutel shot. Lovely little toe bunger. It's a very, very accurate way of scoring in this sport. But Adam David follows in, and that's 1-0 to Loughborough. It's a key goal. It's a key goal.
It's very difficult. Being a keeper myself,
Yeah.
People would say, oh, he's just spilled that in the path, but especially a toe punt, it's very tough.
Yeah.
Because it has so much power on it and it has just so little backlift, so you don't really know if a shot's coming because it happens so quickly. But as I said, Adam working really hard, always switched on. I think that's been the key thing here. He switched on. Backman hasn't realised, and he's
anticipated the knockdown. The keeper did fumble it though. To be fair, we mentioned in camera.
A keeper of his quality, you'd expect him to sort of be dealing with it.
So yeah, you would expect him to catch it, obviously,
or push it out of danger. It's a shot. I mean, Monty's got a great shot on him. He scored 6 last week, so he's a man in form, especially from last season as well.
There's a very break of formation as well from cause Trent have been very strong so far. Gaps just started to appear out of nowhere. Well-worked routine.
Again, as we said, kick-ins.
Yeah.
We finally made one count.
Set piece counted. Now Trent are going to have to go for it. Maybe damage limitations for the first half, but they're in. Mistake from Liam. It's a good finish. Very cool finish from, is that Ollie Judd? I think it is.
Yeah.
Ollie Judd. Lovely, lovely finish. Dinks straight over the goalkeeper. Sam could have made himself a bit bigger, but anticipated. Liam's now.
It's very difficult, that one. It's just, as we said, I think that's how quickly things can change in futsal. All it is, they've had very little chances, and then 3 seconds after we've just scored a goal,
a loss in
concentration. That happens more times than not in futsal. Once you've scored, especially in a game like this, you'd expect us to sort of keep it together. But
like I say, within this sport, lack of concentration, a mistake can cost a lot.
A mistake. All that was one ball. He's missed. Liam's missed it, and he's but take nothing away from the finisher. I think
very
it's a
good finish. 1-on-1.
Dinking it over.
See, they've been very strong. That one, like we were saying before, the counter attack caught him. Ollie Judd working hard.
Now.
Here we go, Monty though. Monty's going. Good feet. And number 18 again. Though, been very consistent in his play. Aggressive tackler. To good effect. I think they missed a bit of Michelle at the back there for that goal. Bit of composure.
Yeah.
It's a good 1-2. Handball referee. It is handball. Good 1-2 now. Good interplay from Adam.
It's a great save from Mr. Judd.
Yeah. A goal scorer for Trent.
Now 4 fouls each.
4. Here we go. Obviously, they do reset at half time, though, the fouls, don't they?
Pretty sure the ref has given us quite a bit of an advantage there in terms of where the ball's actually being placed. It's like 2 yards further back.
Thank you, referee.
But we'll see nothing.
So the fouls do reset at half time.
Yeah. You'd expect Monty to hit this.
What's Vince got up his locker? Vince or Monty, who's it going to be? Michelle's hanging back. It comes to Monty. Good save from the keeper. It's a strong save. And again from Ollie Judd. Monty's in though. Good block. Oh, it's wide.
The body's on the line there. That is fantastic defending.
Stubborn defence. Fantastic. Keeper for the first save. It's a strong core.
He's felt that one.
It's a strong core, and then Trent just not wanting.
That's definitely going to leave a mark, that one. A great save.
It's gone out. Michelle's not happy with the ball.
Happy again.
Michelle He's seen it all before.
Spanish fire there.
And now he's being called. Is he being called over? He is. Referee's not being too. He's getting the booking as well, I think.
Oh, just a talking to.
Talking to. Luckily,
Looked like he put his hand in his pocket. I thought he was going to get a booking as well.
we did mention the referees have been quite lenient before, but see, he's not taking the back chat.
I think that's good to see.
Yeah.
I think futsal, especially. I mean,
Yeah, you get walked over.
there's a lot of anger towards referees that I think a lot of the times is unfounded. It's just the fact that obviously everyone's really competitive and they want to win.
Have to be
But
stern
I
in
think
decisions.
respect for referees is obviously a very important thing.
Especially within the atmosphere. Your teammates over the other side. It's just
Yeah.
you on your own. He's got the crowd behind him, bless him. But all he does carrying the ball away. Number 18 on the left-hand side, looking to create something. Good save from Sam. Very agile keeper.
But again, that just shows how quickly Nottingham can break. That was one mistake and
literally gone from a Loughborough kicking on the far side. Within 4 seconds, they're up the other end. Sam setting up his defence. What have Trent got? Good Michelle reading the ball. Knew where that was going. Trent kicking on the far side. Oh, it's a poor scoop, but he's got it back.
he's got his sandwich
Second
on that
attempt. And there's Sam, relax. 3 minutes 43 left. It's Loughborough 1, Trent 1. Trent have got the ball. Oh, it's just wide.
It's a golden chance.
That was it.
Finished it. He had 2 over on that back post. Ollie Judd again was free.
Apart from the goal, that's the best chance.
Trent are coming into it in this last sort of 3 or since we've scored, they've come into it.
Taking confidence out of it.
Yeah, they're starting to punish us for our mistakes.
Monty winning the ball. Oh, Vince, it's a very wild effort.
If he scores from that, it'll be unbelievable.
I can't remember who did it in the World Cup. Volley from near enough the corner flag. It'll come to me, don't worry. Like I was saying, it's Trent 1, Loughborough 1. 3 minutes 29 left. 4 fouls each for both teams.
Vinny's now on. Another new player from last season. Fastest kid you'll ever see on a futsal court.
I've seen him. He's very, very quick.
Rapid.
Is he Brazilian? Is it?
I think, no, well,
I've heard something about it.
pretty Brazilian.
He's come from somewhere like that.
Trying off his back heels. Although they look good, not in the middle of a pitch, they don't.
He's a very flair player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll come on. And if you get the ball to his feet, then he'll do the rest. But like we say, it's not all about the flair in futsal.
I think it's a rolling foul. 5 fouls for Nottingham Trent now. And the build-up to that, I think Vinny was fouled, so...
If Loughborough do end up getting this 6th foul, then they're going to have to take that 10 metre. That'll be a very key goal just before half-time.
3v2.
We see Michelle. Oh, good save from the keeper.
He's done very well
Monty
there.
knew it was a good chance. We've got Zhao.
Yeah, I was getting a
Zhao's
talking to.
yeah. Something's happening over that far side. Can't quite see. But,
Doesn't need to get involved in it.
no. He's a very, like we say, very vocal.
That sort of rivalry is between 2 managers.
Yeah. When you want to win,
Yeah, absolutely.
emotions do override. It's a good, well worked, unlucky, scuffed it. That was a good chance. Trent are now looking to break, but look how quick Loughborough back in formation there. And they win the ball back and now they're sitting in. We like to see that from the manager though. We like to see it. Bit of passion.
Yeah, exactly.
Passion goes a long way. Monty trying to... Oh, it's a lovely, lovely turn from the number 18 to be fair. Consistent, like I said. He's trying too much though. He's now got his hands. Monty's one-on-one. Don't want him one-on-one against you.
Back post.
It's a corner ball. Monty doing very well there. It's like we say,
Great little feet there.
number 18 giving it too much. Losing the ball. Oh. 2 minutes 36 left. Don't forget Trent are on 5 fouls, so the next one will be a 10 metre penalty. What a Loughborough going to work up here. Oh, it's miscommunication, poor.
Should have come onto that and hit it. Got to finish the action. Just taking that one square in the face.
Good header from Monty there, to be fair. Here we go. Oh, no left. I think he's right-footed.
Right-footed, 100%. Grass cutter, that one.
Monty driving with the ball. He's got the man over. Goes for the shot. Good save again from
the
Cameron.
keeper.
Been influential in there between the sticks for
fantastic,
Trent today. So we are in the first half. We've got exciting second half. Hopefully, more goals, more fouls. We can say that, they can't. Want to see it. What do you reckon both teams are going to be talking about going into half time?
I think one of the main things that we've obviously struggled with is mistakes. We've been poor.
Ooh. Wasteful.
Wasteful, I think. I think it's their man of the match so far has been their keeper.
Yeah.
Maybe their backman, maybe Ollie Judd. But again, we need to 1-1. It could be 2, 3 or 4 quite easily within a couple of minutes. And I think we need to really sort of switch on when we get in front of goal. But having said that, Trent, their goalkeeper's been playing very well, and they've punished us when we have made the mistakes, especially in the last sort of few minutes. We've had quite a few shots. They should have scored that back post one.
You can say, obviously, I've been wasteful, but the keeper has been on good form.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you can't do too much when the keeper's playing like he is now.
That's a 10-metre penalty.
It is a 10-metre penalty. Here we go. This is the big chance. 1 minute 57 left. Monty's stepping up to take it. This is a big chance.
Huge chance for this. 2 minutes left of the first half.
This changes the game if it goes in. It's going for a big run up. Keeper's playing a bit of mind games. Monty's going for a big run up. Here we go. It's Monty Boutel. Referee not letting anything go. Is that a purpose? Is that mine, could you say? Monty Boutel again. For Loughborough. Oh, he's blazed it.
Lent back.
Blazed it. Fans are liking that one from the Trent side. That could be all she wrote in the first half. Say like never underestimate futsal.
But any subsequent fouls now that Nottingham Trent commit is another 10-metre penalty every single time.
Have to be careful. Monty Boutel, good feet, drags it wide. It's 2 chances he's had in about 30 seconds. He's coming off now. But again, good feet from Monty. We see Liam coming back on, we see Michelle, we see Coops. We want to just end this half strongly, Zhao.
3 new faces.
Refreshing for the last minute and 40. Oh, it's poor. Still in play though. It's not. Referee is giving it. Loughborough kicking on the far side, centre of the pitch. Just over a minute and a half remaining. So Loughborough have got that one more foul, so tactical or not, they're going to use it. Good inception from Michelle, done very well in that department. Oh, that's poor though. Now Trent are looking to break. It's becoming very end-to-end.
Again for Trent.
Poor.
Very good breaking up the attacks.
Yeah, but it's poor attacking solution. Both teams, I think, have been very poor in the attacking.
Yeah.
Trent's goal came from a mistake, good finish, and Loughborough's was just a fumble from the keeper. So you could say well worked. You could say have been wasteful. Apart from that, but that's what it is. That makes it.
You got to have it. You make your own luck, don't you? Enough shots on target, you're going to get lucky at some point.
Look at these camera angles. On fire. Good pressing again from Loughborough. Number 18 keeps it in play. On the right hand side, cuts in left footed. Oh, could he have hit it? It was off balance. Adam David working hard though to get the ball back. 54 seconds left. there's a goal, it's going to change the team talk. Look at this again.
It's too quick for me, that.
The cameraman's loving the buttons.
Tackle that from
Tackle
Coops.
from Coops. Helping him up. The nice man Coops in. Liam wins the ball back. To Michelle. Good turn. Liam's in! 2-1! Liam Hulse. Great work from Michelle down the left-hand side. And Liam Hulse composed finish. There's the goal.
Half. Michelle.
Definitely for Loughborough. In fact, in the game, I'd say personally. Creating it. 34 seconds left.
Maybe perhaps
Yeah,
making up for his error with that finish.
yeah, he's going to love that. Composed as well. If I was in that position, legs would have gone to jelly. I don't know what I would have done. 2-1 to Loughborough. 32 seconds left on the clock of the first half. And Loughborough going again. Coops is driving. He's powerful. He's going. Coops. Oh, Adam David. Unlucky.
David.
Lucky. Just misjudged it.
I think he came at him a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
Perhaps was expecting Coops to take another touch before he hit it.
Good play from Coops. So driving with the ball. 23 seconds left. Loughborough looking just to see this half out. Go into half time with a lead. Zhao won't be happy with that though. They have conceded. Can imagine it's going to be a very intense team talk from both teams. It's a good flick on. Adam David again.
Doing very well.
Creating.
Top man again.
I've not really heard much from the Trent manager, the Trent bench. Been very quiet. Would like a bit more passion from them.
David he's a very passionate man, is David. He's an ex-Loughborough coach.
Oh.
Ex-Loughborough player as well. He's had great
Yeah.
success with us. But now obviously taking that on with Nottingham Trent and doing a very good job there.
10 seconds left.
Pushing
Referee's
back.
Yeah, push.
We've got one foul left, 'cause that would have been very...
Yeah. 8
Very
seconds,
stupid
10
that.
metre. This should be it. Is there going to be one last chance for Trent? Being very wasteful. And there we are, we have half time. Loughborough 2, Trent 1. We'll be back after this short break.
Hi guys, welcome back, and what a brilliant first half that was. Matt, we've got you here. So with it being 2-1, with it all still to play for, really.
Absolutely.
How do you think the match has been so far?
I think it's been very cagey. First 10-15 minutes, no goals, and then all at once we score one, concede straight away. But I said that when I was talking, it was classic case of everyone's been so switched on, and then once you score the first goal, it all just switches off, and what mistakes happen. But it's been a good game. I would like to see. I said there'd be lots of goals. I mean, praying for goals here, because otherwise I'm getting a little bit stupid. But it's fine.
Do you think the reason that there hasn't been many goals this half? Do you think it's been very good defending or not so good attacking, or both?
I think a little bit of both. Trent have been, I would say, have been very good defensively. Their backman, their keeper has had an absolutely outstanding match so far. Although he did spill the goal, to be fair, it was a very good shot. I couldn't really fault him because he's played very well, their goalkeeper. But again, we've been wasteful. We've had chances and chances, and then coming back to Trent, they had quite a few. Once they got the goal back, they had 2 or 3 chances where they had men over and they didn't manage to put it in the back of the net. So I think it is all to play for. But again, nerves perhaps, inexperience maybe a little bit, because the best players have been on the pitch have been the most experienced players. Their goalkeeper's been probably their best player. And then our new Metcalfe, he's been fantastic. I think that shows from maybe that Spanish sort of tenacity, that fire, that desire to sort of win every ball. He's breaking up plays. He made the second goal, and he's been fantastic, really. But I think it is, if your two best players have been a goalkeeper and a backman, it sort of shows that it's been very sort of cagey and defensive, I think.
Do you think Loughborough will be happy with how this first half has gone?
I think they'd be happy to go in one goal up. I agree. We should be 2 or 3, I would say. But Trent have had chances as well. We've let them in through defensive mistakes. Liam made a mistake there. Ball's been given away in silly areas. Things like the kick-ins, getting them wrong. There's basic sort of things that maybe it's the occasion, maybe it's the event that's getting to me inexperience, you could say. But I think they'd be happy with it, I would say. But again, it's a long way to go, and a lot of things can happen.
Yeah. So I mean, Matt, you've played with these players and coaches before. What kind of conversations do you think will be going on at half-time to really get them going?
I think historically, I think one of the things that may have been said previously to this match, David is a very good coach. He used to coach Loughborough. He's had great success here, and he's taken that on with Trent. And we've historically struggled against the 4-0 formations, what they were playing, but we've matched that up very well. I think that's brilliant tactics from Alex and Zhao, especially. We haven't let them out, so we haven't broken our lines, we haven't played anything like that. But it's going to be, I think it'll be a slightly easier conversation for Alex and Zhao, slightly more difficult for David, but don't get me wrong, they've had chances, Trent, and with a little bit better finishing, they could be ahead or maybe even even.
It's been quite I don't want to say aggressive, but there's been a lot of challenges going in,
flying in,
a lot of players talking back to each other. Do you think the coaches will be happy with that because it shows that they care, or do you think they're going to say, maybe calm it down a bit?
I think usually that's what happens between Trent and Loughborough. There's always little challenges, little conversations and stuff like that. People leave stuff in. They always have one more word. It's all about having that one extra thing to say. But I think it plays better into Trent's hands because we struggle when it gets to a mentality. We lose focus, like we lost focus on our goal. We just switch off and it all goes to pot, really. But then I think that's what Trent are very good at. They're very good at getting in your face, making you sort of think, maybe lose concentration a little bit. But aggression, it's good for the game. It makes it a lot more interesting. Challenges flying in, no one's sort of dodging out of the way of a tackle or anything like that. It's good. I don't like when referees get abuse and things like that. It's a little bit more prevalent in futsal than football, I would say. But it's good to see the referee having words with both manager and players, because I think over the past few seasons, what I've seen, referee abuse is quite bad, and I think that's probably one of the things we need to work on in futsal, I would say.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, what do you think, or what do you hope Loughborough will be focusing on in the second half?
I think more of the same. There were periods in that half where we sort of dropped off. We started playing their game. We played long balls, physical challenges, things like that. That's not really our game. You've seen the size of us. We're letting them play out from the back because we don't want that ball going long. And I think that's probably what Dav is trying to instill into the Trent players. We're physically, they're bigger than us, but I would say probably on the technical side, especially the players we signed, Metcalfe and Monty Boutel, they've both played very well, very technically gifted players. I would like to see a little bit more, maybe a little bit more action. I mean, there's a lot of caginess, a lot of people undercommitting. I want to see more goals, to sort of save my face a little bit.
Do you think it's fair to say that Loughborough so far have had more possession, but Nottingham have been very much attacking on the break?
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's a game plan that usually happens with Loughborough. We normally sit off and then attack on the break, but Trent have been very good. As soon as they win the ball back there, on the counter attack straight away. But again, they struggled with it in the first 10 minutes, but then in my last sort of the second half of that 10 minutes, they were very, very good. That's how they scored their goal. They could have had 2 or 3 in that one. But yeah. So
do you think Loughborough should sit off a bit more to stop the counter attack, or do you think they should just keep playing how they're going?
No, I think the way they're setting up is very, very good in regards to they're letting them play short and then they're pressing. But where we're going to struggle is when we start to press. If we say if they get a goal back or they go ahead and we have to start pressing, that's when I think our game plan is going to struggle a bit. But Trent, obviously, after they're 1 goal down, they have to come out and score. But 2-1 is not a safe scoreline in any regards. But it's all to play for, I'd say, in the second half.
Okay. So how important would you say this game is in the overall season?
Historically, the league is very bizarre in the fact that last 2 seasons Trent have won it, and then now they look Uni of Nottingham have just come up from a division below. They've signed very well and they're playing really well. So I think they're the sort of dark horses, I would say. Us, we've been historically poor in the league, but we've won BUCS. So I think maybe it's a flip. I'm not sure, but it's early in the season, and I think we've got a very good squad, I think, out there, those boys especially. It's a good mix of sort of young talent and then combining that with experience.
Okay.
Talk us through who you think the key performers so far have been on both teams.
So for Loughborough, I would say Metcalfe. Fantastic breaking up play, setting up a second goal. He's been fantastic. He's won headers against people a foot taller than him. Admittedly, he's been given a bit of chat to the referees and things like that, but maybe that's just Spanish. I don't know. But then for Trent, their goalkeeper's obviously had a very good game. Ollie Judd, their goal scorer, he's playing quite well. He's quite a vocal guy. And obviously, their backman, I think it's Jordan Riley or Cameron Riley, I'm not sure. I might get that wrong. But
it's Cameron Riley.
It's Cameron Riley, number 8. He's had a very good game as well. But as I've said before, if your best players are the defence, it shows that we're being very wasteful, I think, in attack. So obviously, Munty had that 10-metre penalty. I think perhaps you could say that was nerves. He scored 6 last weekend against Leeds, and he didn't. To be fair, he's looked like it in open play, but that 10-metre penalty, I think nerves got a lot better of him.
Yeah, we definitely. There's been a lot of chances where it's been thinking that we should have scored, and I suppose Nottingham have had some of those as well.
Yeah.
So both teams need to definitely get their shooting boots on.
Absolutely, I think that's probably been drilled into them right now. The chances they've had, both sides, and then the scoreline that it is, it shouldn't be like that at all.
No.
So thanks very much for your contributions, Matt. So we're now going to go to a short break, but make sure you stay with us to see what happens in the second half. We'll see you soon.
It's only now, now, or never, now, now, forever, now, now, or never, or never. It's only now, now, or never, now, now, forever, now, now, or never, or never. Or never, or never.
We are back. Here we go, second half. Busy man today, you aren't you? Up and down?
Up and down. Throwing balls. I've almost hit spectators. It's fine.
All in a day's work.
Exactly, all in a day's work.
If you're just joining the stream for the second half, we have Loughborough 2 and Nottingham Trent 1. Been a very tight game so far. Loughborough did edge a goal within 30 seconds left of the first half, so you can imagine what team talks might have changed during that time. Something's going on in the centre. Oh, I think Ollie does trying something there, bless him. Didn't quite work. So Loughborough kick to start the second half.
For an old school kick now.
Yeah. Refs are ready. Oh, so we do mention the fouls have reset now, so it's 0-0 in terms of fouls. So we expect to see a very aggressive second half here.
Yep. Sam Marsden's on as well. Sam
Oh,
Mattick's come off.
Changing keeper. Sam Marsden, he's joined recently.
He's a big guy.
He's a National League goalkeeper as well as BUCS. He's a fantastic. I've
Huge.
played with him. A fantastic goalkeeper. His frame helps him out a lot, but his skill's nothing to be taken away from. He's a big keeper. He's very good at the attacking side of it as well. Seen him score a few goals already. So no means he's gonna have a shot. You see, we're starting lineup for Loughborough.
Starting off as how we finished it.
Michelle, Kyle, Liam, and Coops. The same starting team that started the first half. And for the Trent side, we'll just go with. We know Cameron's still in that. That's the main thing.
Again, he's breaking that up again, number 8.
Yeah. Michelle though cutting out. It's battle of the 8 so far. Kyle's cutting inside on his left foot. It's a strong left foot. Keeping the ball. It's poor. It's poor. Is that a foul? It's the first foul of the second half.
Yep.
Shout out to the timekeeper, Joe Hume. Lovely little.
Just munching away there.
Spoken to him before the game, absolutely bricking it. Didn't want the fact that Zhao was going to shout at him if he done made a mistake.
Should have brought some food up here.
Loughborough knocking it around nicely. It's a great parallel ball to Coops. Squares it. Liam, he's blazed it. It wasn't even a save, was it?
No.
Liam.
Opened his body up.
It's a mixed game so far. He's made the mistake for the Trent goal, made up for his goal.
Missed a sit.
And has now just missed a sitter. So hopefully the next thing's positive. Canadian parallel ball seems to be working. So Trent kicking on the near side. Sloppy pass has put his teammate in trouble. But again, he does that. He loves that turn, number 18. He's done well. Oh, there's Coops. Experience. 2v1. The two brothers. Hulse to Hulse. Oh, it's a great number 8.
Again.
Tell you what.
Jordan Riley. Oh, I got it wrong. Sorry, I said Cameron Riley. At half time, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sure you won't.
We're all called Riley. There's 3 on there.
3 Rileys.
Any relation?
Both 8s for. Oh, again.
Miscommunication there.
It's happened a few times for Loughborough, that unfortunately. Been very sloppy in the set pieces. So they can make a game set pieces. Need to be.
Absolutely, but I think at this stage of the season, I don't think Jefferies or David has had enough time to work on specific specific calls. I haven't really heard many calls. They just look like the normal, basic.
I was going to say like BUCS.
Very poor from.
BUCS training started very recently, didn't it? In terms of getting into the groove of it.
Absolutely, Loughborough starts later than everyone else, for university-wise. So
yeah, so they've not had much time.
They've only had 2 weeks, I believe.
To be fair, you say not had much time. They're looking like a team that've been together for a while. So scary to think about what could happen towards the end of the season. Michelle battling well, and that's a Loughborough ball. Loughborough kicking. Liam Hulse on it.
Need some new socks.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Tell you what, I'm looking at. Oh, Liam again. Well, there he is, the monster.
Wouldn't want to get between him and the ball.
He's got to be edging 7 foot, surely.
He is huge.
That camera does not do him justice at all. Stand next to him, especially me. Adam David warming up. Ollie
Let him
Judd.
go there, Liam.
Ollie Judd, obviously the goal scorer for Trent. It was a lovely, lovely finish. Nice little caress dink over the keeper. Don't think you're going to dink Sam Marsden in that. If you do that, then you've got to be some player. Loughborough going for a very deep setup for possession. Tried a press breaker. Oh, it should Loughborough kick in.
It's a good touch from number 8.
Kyle's not too small either, to be fair. He can put his body about a bit.
Absolutely.
Coops with the kick in. He's going
I think that's one of the good things that Trent have done very well.
Yeah, definitely. They forced the long ball.
They've set up very well every single time the goalkeeper's got the ball.
Like I say, lack of concentration. Any second, Liam to Kyle. The two brothers linking up.
Right idea. Going across the back post.
Brothers of destruction, some people say. Not too keen myself, to be honest. Going for the 3-1. Trent. It's a big looping ball, but he's done well to get it. Ollie Judd.
Good touch.
Let him down, and Marsden's going to boot it. Everyone flinches as soon as that ball left his foot. That amount of power. Michelle picking the ball
3
up.
versus 2.
Yeah, go. Didn't quite realise it at first, but it is Liam. He didn't look up. Could have shot. I think he could have shot perfectly there. Michelle though picking the ball up. Lovely, lovely ball control. Still got it. Oh, it's just gone out. Tried it. Keepers tried to keep it in. Is that a corner?
Is that a corner?
Trent are not happy with the decision, but Loughborough.
Too quick for me there. I thought he kept it in, but
Good eyes from the referee. Had a solid game so far. I thought there had been a foul for Loughborough. Was there not on the far side?
I think it might have been given as a kick-in because the ball might have been out. But
Yeah.
regardless, even if it was out, it should have
Very
looked like
kind.
a foul.
Very kind. Liam holding the ball nicely. He's off to Michelle.
Great
Good
block.
from number 10. It's a Trent kicking. It's a Loughborough corner. Lovely graphics at the top, second half. Love that. There's the break, number 18. Loves it. He hasn't got. It's a dodgy decision. Say the referee's had a good game.
Looked like he got his body in between there, but as I said, referee, as soon as he blows the whistle, that's it. Got to take it.
Obviously, look at the top of your screen. You can get involved. Use the hashtag. You can see it at the top. Tweet us, whatever you want. Give us something to talk about. It's a good block from Kyle. You can see the Loughborough passion really starting to show it now. With Jal leading it, the bench are getting fierce as well. You can hear him always shouting. Number 25. Good ball retention from Coops. Lovely feet to Liam. Is that number 8?
Number 8 again, he's having an absolute stormer.
I tell you what, I'm going to get his autograph after this game. On fire. Corner ball for Loughborough. Well worked. Kyle goes for the shot. Handball, maybe not. Number 18 is going to run. He's a big player, but Liam does very well.
Good tackle, Liam.
Got the hashtag up here.
Yep, good total of 3. It's all of this LSUTV.
Get your tweets in. It's a foul. It's the first foul for Trent.
Yep.
One each. It's a lovely ball from Liam. Adam David.
Play.
Good save.
Good save again.
Adam David's done very well. He's been a very just kind of just ghosted around the pitch, not really noticed, but popped up at the right time for the goal.
He's everywhere, Adam David.
Yeah. It's a lovely ball. Coops is going to hit it. tell you what.
It's almost a kick in that.
Setting up in a box. You see it from Loughborough. Going for the 4-0 again. Look to change it up a bit, I think. Not worked at all. Every time they've done that, Loughborough have managed to press them out.
I think both teams have done that very well. They've both pressed, especially when the keeper's got the ball.
Maybe try something different. A press breaker might be...
But then again, Trent learned our press break within about 2 attempts.
That was it. Adam David to Michelle. Michelle done very well to keep the ball.
1v1.
Coops is going on. Coops!
Save.
Cameron again. Adam David getting the crowd.
He loves it. Perhaps too much.
Arms are waving everywhere. Another corner.
Seems to be a bit of confusion in that one.
Try something different. There's a few times the corners have not been thought out properly. See, working it in training. Coops!
Coops used to go back to the training round of them shots.
Definitely needs to stay off the shots, I think, personally. Before it's gone out.
Good press again.
Exactly. Love it from Loughborough. Go and take it early. Adam David, is that push? Ollie Judd taking a fine line there.
Everyone switched off there, apart from Adam David.
Yeah, again, as usual. Wouldn't expect anything less. It's a good throw from the keeper.
Great throw from the keeper.
Hold up play from Ollie Judd. Coops, look at that shirt. The referee didn't see it, we did. Love that, Coops.
Pretty sure it was a shirt tug, but...
Liam, oh,
unlucky.
Unlucky. Get back in. Oh, look at that footwork from the ref. Anyone else spot that but me? Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, Zhao, he wants them to go. They're going. They're going. Oh, it's good play. It's good play. Settling down. Good pressing. But they're in. Oh, there he is. Sam Marsden again. Sweep keeper.
Combination of Sam and Metcalfe at the start. Brilliant.
Got a bit of space, he doesn't know it though. Over to 31. Back post.
Yep.
No, we said at the same time, we knew it. Absolutely knew it. Something's come off there. Michelle's going to drive though.
I think it's a shin pad to come out.
Number 8, controlling the play. Say Cameron's been the best player for... I disagree, I think number 8.
Number 8 has been...
See, he's done work in there. Michelle... Referee, it's a second foul for Trent.
It's alright.
Liam's gone off, Monty's on.
Bad. After that challenge, he's had enough.
Yeah.
Ollie Judd.
Monty's on.
Don't mind challenges like that, it's alright.
Love it. Love a good challenge.
As long as it's not dangerous.
Michelle. Over to Coops. Coops drops the shoulder. Adam David working hard. Doesn't give the ball. I'll say that, never mind. Adam David's done me dirty there. He sold me right out.
Curse of a commentator.
See Alex and Zhao talking between them. What they're conjuring up. Number 31. Monty. Loves it. See Kyle coming back on now. Adam David's gone off. Play. Monty's going to go. Go. Drive. Trent kicking on the far side. Next goal is definitely the big one. You can either do two things. If Loughborough get it, Trent are either going to put the heads down or they're just going to absolutely go for it, which makes for a good game. If Trent get it, same thing. Anything's going to make a good game. Next goal. Hoping it's a Loughborough goal. Here we go though. Say that. Curse the commentator again. Good defending from Liam. That's not a shirt tug. Oh, Coops. Is that a pen?
Is that a penalty or is it a foul?
It's a very dodgy free kick.
He needs to keep his head.
Yes, captain needs to lead by example. Them volleys have got to his head. Must be a corner routine this, you'd think.
Should be a corner, yeah. You'd expect corner.
Coops doesn't like that referee. Oh, the referee. Oh.
Referee's a bit close there.
Coops, the camera's on you, son. What are you going to do? Someone was there. Loughborough ball. Oh,
Waited too
Coops.
long,
Oh,
he's
what?
got-
He don't meant that, surely. Coops is on. Back post. Oh,
Number 8
there we
again.
go. The 3v1. Oh, it's good work rate from Loughborough to get back in. Michelle's there as usual. Never not in the right place. Oh, closer than what we thought, that, I think.
Starting to take some shots now,
Coops
Trent,
is
which is
going
good.
off. I'm not surprised with that. Game's starting to get a bit above him, I think.
He just
Michelle.
needs to calm down for a little bit.
Michelle, he was stuck. He was stuck on what to do.
Oh.
Oh. Number 8. Look at him,
Number
I'll
8
tell you what.
again.
Absolutely in the right position at the right time. Kicking for Loughborough. Kyle keeping the ball in. Very strong player. Doesn't give the ball away easily. Finds Michelle. Again, Loughborough trying to create something. Definitely want this third goal. Cannot be hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Another Loughborough kicking. Can they create something from this?
It's almost a mirror image of the
Yeah.
first half, this. No goals yet.
7 minutes in. It's gone quick. There goes Michelle. It's too readable. And there's
Little challenge coming in.
13 minutes to go. 2-1 to Loughborough. Oh, it's a lovely dummy. Oh, look at this dummy work here from the boys. They are losing, let's not forget. Can't be doing that kind of stuff. Stop clock in play. 2 fouls each to both teams. Sure they'll be going up in the next couple of minutes. Game gets heated. Oh, my God. Let's get a pass back. Stuck on what to do. It's poor from the goalkeeper. He doesn't want it.
We are struggling. When the keeper gets the ball, no one seems to be offering.
Where's the
no one seems to
passion?
be making the space for him.
Here we go though. Kyle, Loughborough are looking slightly on top in terms of looking more controlled.
Trent ball, yeah, Trent ball. Just not on the line, ref, whatever.
We can see it from up here. You've got to see it down there, surely. It's a third foul for Loughborough. They're racking up. Tell you what, I think the old team needs some new socks.
It should be a job for the current chairman, I believe.
Is it?
Sam Mattox. It's very poor. Would never have happened in my day.
I have to agree. Shocking. Tell you what, Trent, they don't realise what. I don't think they understand what losing is. The time wasting and the 2-1 down. Here's Sam. Oh, he wanted it. I wanted to see him hit it. Never mind. Ball's gone out of play.
Speaking of which, Trent could use some socks.
You can hear. Zhao.
Shin pads halfway out his sock.
You can hear Zhao. He wants possession. He wants the ball being kept.
We're playing again into their hands.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to keep the
Go on,
ball.
Sam. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, soldier. Bullet.
Big shot on that man.
Oh, do you reckon we'll see a fly goalkeeper from Trent if it stays like this?
If it stays like this, I'd say probably in the last 5 minutes.
Because obviously you say they haven't a lot of time to work on it. Maybe it's just down to the players' knowledge rather than.
Yeah, it has to come from those experienced players who've played fly before.
Manager, Corley not had enough time to do too much. But it's a good ball. Good save from Sam. Set up.
Strong.
Liam, leave the ball. Set up. Sam, come on, let's command. Yeah, like we say, Loughborough, just keep the ball. Do what's best to you. It's a good turn, number 18. Sam again,
Good
very
hands.
safe hands.
Good hands.
Very good goalkeeper. Again, the long ball. It's not happening. It's not worked for.
It's trying to break quickly, but
No.
they're always going to be favourite for the headers then.
It's not worked in
Especially
28
number 8.
minutes. It's a good roll. Two brothers linking up again. Oh, he's finding each other, these two. They must see him. Monty Butel turns on the right foot. Oh. Monty working hard. Referee. 3 fouls. Trent, again, you are losing. Remind that. Left foot this. Go on then, Kyle. What have you got from here? Is he laying it? He's laying it. Over to Liam. It's always find him. Liam trying to work something. Back to Kyle. Back to Liam. The Hulse brothers love it. Liam to Monty. Ah, that's a chance.
Snatched at it. Took it too
Could
early.
have took a touch, I think. Drove in a bit more.
He had a bit more time than he thought.
Yes, look at the crowd. See a lot of the IFA boys down there. National League team.
Absolutely.
Just coming to support the BUCS team. Love it. Monty, that's a good touch.
Shoulder.
Very unlucky. And the ball's gone out. Very weird that. See the ball go up. Don't feel like it's down there, does it? Ollie Judd to take the kicking. To number 8. To Ollie Judd. To number 8. Trying to work. It's not working though. Oh, Kyle will be panicking that they're in. Liam, what that is. What an interception. And it's gone. Very well there, Liam. A few subs have been made. Coops is back on.
Josh Burrows.
Josh Burrows. Is his first appearance, is it, in the game?
His first appearance in this game, yeah. Great ball. Oh.
That was Mario.
Needs to be a foot taller.
That'd have hit his shin, that, if that was Mario. Josh Burrows, here we go. What have you got, son? Loughborough looking to win it back quickly. They have
Good
done.
tackle.
Ball's gone miles. Sam's going to take his time, as you'd expect. It's a Loughborough kicking, I think, yeah. Coops is to take. It's gone very quiet. Nerves. Ooh, it's a risky thing to do that.
I think Loughborough just trying to take the sting out of the game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Go on then. What have you got, Sam? Oh my God. Well played, Sam. It's risky. I wanted to go on.
Heart and mouth stuff,
Yeah.
but I love it.
Go on your own, Sam. Even
Should
if
have hit
was
it.
Yeah, go for it. They give me a good commentary moment, that. Coops! Oh, Monty. I think they wouldn't go in anyway, I don't think, to be fair. Josh Burrows on the ball. Here we go. What's he got? Going for the 1-2, but
Shot.
Monty's hit it. Good block from number 10. Number 18's in. Powerful player.
Good physical
Powerful
play.
player. He's poor though.
Held off too there.
Oh.
Fantastic play.
Monty's not
Monty's
happy with
not
that.
happy.
Monty did his hair before this game. Anyone touches it, he kicks off.
I knew it was being filmed,
Not
that's
happy
why.
with that. He's not happy. Don't know what's going on in the far left corner there. What Adam David's doing, but fair play to him. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's unlucky number 8 again.
Right. 3v2.
So you're not going to beat Sam from there, I'm sorry.
Wrong decision there from the Trent. They had a 3v2
Oh,
again.
Coops. Shaw's not happy with that. Arms are flying, but Coops wins it back and he's in. He's in. 3v1. Coops! What a save, Monty!
Finishes it.
3-1. He loves it.
Fantastic finish, all made by Coops.
Coops
Gave the
work rate.
ball away and then tenacity to win it back, set up the goal.
Tell you
Good
what,
save initially.
where
there.
were Trent on the getting back there? I mean, they thought the ball went out of play. Played to the whistle.
Played to the whistle.
3v1. For a moment there, I thought they'd missed. I thought they'd messed it up.
I thought the keeper had pulled out an unbelievable save.
Like I said, there was a
hand.
good save in there from Cameron, to be fair. The score
Absolutely.
is 3-1. Yeah, like I say, it was a good save, to be fair, but no defenders down from that.
Three players versus one
Yeah,
keeper.
yeah. No, it's not going to happen, is it? Loughborough still looking to aggressively get the ball back. They're not sitting in. They're going to show Nottingham Trent that they are the best local team.
Best team in the country. Great drive.
Sam, it's a lovely, ooh, Coops.
Get Mario up there. Need some bigger players.
Nah, they're panicking now, Trent. Can see it. Ollie Judd. Sam Marsden. Had a bit that. Oh, Coops. Oh, Coops. Reading it. Good work,
I
right?
think number 8's gone off.
Has he?
Coincidentally,
yes.
for that goal.
That's what I mean.
Unless it's that.
Number 8. That looks like number 6 to me.
Oh no, it is number 8. Yeah, I know he's playing top man now, number 8.
Is he?
It looks like.
Versatile player. It is number 8.
He hasn't had a minute off the pitch so far this second half.
So what
a touch.
What skill moves that called then?
Great
Good
tackle,
from
just
Josh.
Burrows.
Oh, it's poor. Number 8. Swapping roles.
He's everywhere.
I think that's a mistake. I mean, it might be a good
I would have
attacking,
kept. I would have
yeah,
kept him at backman, especially in that scenario.
Definitely.
How Loughborough scored.
Definitely. Look at Loughborough just trying to see the game out. Coops. It's a long ball. He's in. Adam. Oh, good save. Adam Davies again.
Having said that, I was being very complimentary about number 8, and he's completely let me over. But Adam David again, tenacity,
Always
going
there.
for it. That was a good save. Again from Cameron.
Loughborough corner. Adam David to take. Dummy. Coops.
Poor first touch. Let him down there.
He's getting into his game a bit though now.
Yeah, he's had that 4 minutes where he was cooling off, and now he's back in. Created the goal.
If it's not Coops, it's Michelle for this.
Absolutely.
It's just the experience. Risky.
Bit of confusion there. Josh Burrows perhaps inexperience. Should want the ball. Even though Sam is a big guy.
Here goes Liam. Ollie Judd making a parallel run. Love it. Can hear the shouting. It's only going to get better from here. Not been a foul in a while, to be fair. Just under 10 minutes left in this game.
It's compared to previous games between these two sides.
Yeah.
It's been
very, yeah. Which I'm gutted about, to be fair. Scoreline's what really matters though, when it is 3-1 to Loughborough.
It's all about what's in the top left.
9 minutes left on the clock. This is the key part. Between the 10 and 5 minutes, this is it.
Just a question of when David is going to take his time out and go fly. It's only a matter of time, you'd think, at this point. Sam he's only had one save I can think of in this second half.
From what I'm feeling, if they go fly, I think that could be the end. I'm not going to lie, because not having a lot of time to work on it, that's a big tactic to use. If it comes off, it's good.
Risky, absolutely.
But if it doesn't, then
good pressing.
Very well done. Number 8 though, composed, finds number 18. Well played. Michelle's there again. Finds Adam David. Back to Michelle. We love it. Michelle, Adam David. Look at the passion. Love it. 1-2, 1-2. The passion. I think it's a timeout. Fly goal, the bibs in hand.
Fly keeper is coming out.
Here we go.
Great play.
Good
Big
passion. Love it.
He's got his goal now. Tops off a great performance so far from Loughborough.
Timeout here at the Sir David Wallace Arena. Loughborough 4, Trent 1.
So it looks like we're going to be seeing a bit of fly goalkeeper. Do you want to explain what fly goalkeeper entails?
Basically, it's an outfield player posing as the goalkeeper.
Yep.
Obviously, he goes into the attacking half as an outfield normal player. He cannot obviously touch the ball in his own half once he's played it to someone.
Yep.
So then it's a 5v4. One of the outfield players that isn't the keeper. They're basically the protector of the net, aren't they, really? But
yep.
If it comes off, it can work.
It's a man advantage,
it can work.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
man advantage in the attacking half. I think Zhao knows it. He knows it's coming.
Yep.
But then, if it doesn't come off, then
then it obviously leaves a big gap at the back. But you'd expect Zhao and Jefferies to have worked on this, to have expected this. It's just a question of how experienced Trent are at doing this.
I'm seeing
with new faces.
Michelle and Coops on experience.
Yes,
is what
experienced players.
Here we go. So the keeper, obviously, because it is roll on, roll off, keepers can just keep. So if they've not got the ball, you'd probably see the actual goalkeeper thingy. But in possession, you can see the outfield players come in. Keeper's ready to come back on if he needs to.
Yep.
But look, it's not a stable formation, is it? In a fly goal, trying to create something. Oh, it's wasteful. You've got the man advantage and you're shooting from the halfway line. Sam Martin into Monty. Monty into Liam. Liam.
Handball, surely.
Keeper's kept it in. He's found number 3. He's going to wait for the flight. I think he's going to wait. Use the man advantage. Zhao, look.
Should have pressed it there.
Yes, Coops. We love it.
Love a challenge.
Yeah. There's a time to press, and that was
I
it.
think especially when once the keeper's given out and he's running the
Yeah.
swap with the other goalkeeper, you have to press it there because that's when you have your biggest advantage.
Here we go. Man advantage. Well done, Michelle. Aggressive. Loughborough bench are up for it. I'm not hearing much from the Trent bench, I'm not going to lie. This is where you need it. This is where you need the shouting, the passion.
How long?
10-8. It's not 10-8, that's just the numbers. Number 18, right foot. Save from
save.
Sam. Michelle's there.
Good toe on it. Don't want to sit too deep though.
Yeah.
It looks,
Invite it
it
on.
looks already like we're sitting very, very deep.
Number 10-8.
Yeah, have that confidence to press.
Number 18, a left-footed man. Monty's going to get it. Oh, it's unlucky. Monty, get back in.
Need shape again.
Oh.
Don't want to dive in there. That was the wrong time to press.
It's not quick enough though. It's not quick enough. From Trent. If you got out of position, you've got to go. Oh, off the ball incident.
I've no idea what happened there.
No advantage. I think it just fell over each other. No advantage at number 18. That's
You had
shocking.
time. You had time.
It's poor. Very poor.
Coops again involved.
I think it was just a collision. I think. Bit of awareness wouldn't have gone to miss there. Michelle with a long ball up. I don't like it. Keep the ball. Don't let them get the man advantage on. 3 fouls each.
Don't want to invite it on too much. Giving the ball away like that.
Yeah.
You've got to have. We've had confidence to play out from the back. So why has it changed now? Even with them pressing so high, we should still have. We still should have the ability to break the press.
Yeah. Number 8. That should be a
Good
keeper's
tackle.
ball. It is.
Coops again putting in some big challenges.
I want to see a Sam goal. I want to see a keeper goal. We're going to
Great
launch
throw
it.
out that.
It's a lovely. Monty 1-on-1. Don't
Kills
want
it
him
dead.
1-on-1. Again, he loves it. No left foot, but he doesn't need it. Oh, it's
Good,
a good
save
save.
again.
Michelle,
He's had him on toast there.
just keep it. Keep it. Let's play. Liam. Oh, it's lovely. Hey!
That is
Could be a yellow.
clear foul. That.
Number 8 knows it as well, bless him. And a good game. But I think the tired legs might starting to be...
I think one he hasn't gone off the pitch
exactly.
yet. So
Which is quite surprising. You said before about the 10-minute period you'd bowl me on for. Even obviously look at our team, Michelle, experience, but they've still gone off. Number 8 hasn't gone off yet.
yeah,
So
and he's been everywhere. It's
Yeah.
not like
not
like
been-
Michelle.
yeah.
He's got maybe used his experience, saved his legs a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. But then number 8 has been back man, wing, top man.
Liam, take it to Monty, to Michelle. Oh, it's a good idea. It's not handball though. It's been given as a Loughborough kicking. Alex and
Looks
Zhao
like hitting
cooking
in
up
the
something.
shoulder.
They're cooking up something on the tactics board over there. And
I mean, a ball tactic here would be go fly as well to
yeah,
keep the ball.
imagine.
Great ball.
Oh, it's a lovely ball. Michelle to Coops. Good save.
Save. Their
Again.
keeper has been fantastic.
Let's keep him in it. Very well. It could be 6, 7, maybe 8 without
But
this
their
keeper.
keeper has
Yeah.
been their best player by far.
I would have said the number 8, but he's gone missing this last couple of minutes. 3 goals for Loughborough.
But you'd expect that with tired legs.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that he's not gone off. Wouldn't mind a bit of chanting from the crowd, bit of drum. Bring a drum next time. Liam to Coops. Good feet from Coops. Over to Monty, back to Sam. Over to Coops, lovely play
Just got
to
time.
Liam. Just going to play it, just keep it. Michelle on the left foot, good block from number 8, he's there.
Didn't want it on his left
And
foot.
relax, Sam relax.
Took a little bit too
Yeah.
long to hit it.
Both foot. He's got both feet to his advantage, Michelle. One of his many talents. Coops into Monty. Monty, that's not good. Zhao's back was turned, I'm glad he was. Monty will be off that pitch, I think.
So I would have
Yeah.
absolutely booted there.
Well, Zhao's explaining something to
Press
the...
it. You see that point there, Coops is the one who switched on, everyone else not really switched on.
Because the change, obviously, Coops is there.
You don't want to let them get
No.
into their rhythm, passing it round you.
You can see Zhao over on the far side. He was explaining something, so I'm guessing there might be a...
I think a timeout is coming.
Yeah. Michelle, good header. Not really using the fly keeper to the full potential, I don't think. They're not really.
I think he's showing into the middle. I think
Yeah. You have to be
I
wide.
think your
don't you?
formation is dice, I would say, but
Here we
again,
go. Coops. Oh, unlucky.
it's unlucky. You see, that is the
Yeah.
danger of a fly keeper.
Zhao absolutely belting out.
Screaming. He wants to keep him in there.
She's good coaching, good decision. That's not.
Good touch.
Michelle, here we go. What's he got?
There's Vinny.
Flair. Handball!
Oh,
Referee, it's good.
it's a handball. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty. Here we go. It's going to be Liam Hulse to make it 5-1 to Loughborough.
It's a big moment, this.
Stepping up. He's a confident player. I'm behind him with this. I'm behind him. What have you got? 5 minutes left. This would kill the game, I think. I think there's no way back for Trent after this, if this goes in.
I wish he hadn't said that.
Because it comes in, yeah, sorry. Liam. Yes.
Great finish.
5-1.
Finishes high.
Well done to Liam. Composure.
Got 2 goals now.
2 goals for Mr. Liam. 2 goals, but it's not warranting the man of the match for me, I don't think. I think so far Michelle has been a class act in this game.
First time I've ever seen him play, and I'm very impressed
Yeah.
with him. He's a fantastic player.
Not even just on the ball, off the ball, positioning.
Absolutely.
As we say, 5 minutes left, 5-1 to Loughborough. Trent have not really got into the flow. You can say that. Oh, so he's dancing.
Dancing on ice there. It is a new floor.
Yes, Liam.
I will give him the benefit
Look
of
at
the
this.
doubt. The
Look
new
at-
floor has been laid.
Look at the comparison in bench. So you see the Trent bench. They're sat there. They're not.
Yep.
Look at the Loughborough bench when it comes onto
I
the
think
full
'cause
screen. Here we go. Look at this. They're up. They want it. They're all stood up.
Left foot.
Oh, it's a
Good
lovely
play.
turn, to be fair. Too much though. Coops is going for it.
It's ambitious there.
Yeah.
On the turn, left foot.
Well, Matt, you need it. You need this passion. You need the shout.
But I think, to be honest, Loughborough have got the goals
Yeah.
in key moments.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's not like
Definitely.
every time they've been
Oh, yeah.
sort of building momentum, we've managed to hit them on the break and score a goal.
Number 3. Done well to keep it in. Good tackle. Liam's in.
Oh.
Hat trick. Oh, I didn't realise he was there. Didn't get the shout. Ollie Judd. Still going. Still going.
Hasn't
Still
got many
going.
options.
Still going. Michelle.
Okay,
Play it.
confusing.
He's in. Number 3. Sam
save.
Marsden. What a save. Number 10. And again,
Again.
Sam Marsden.
Great save.
Fantastic. There when you need him. Spreads his legs.
Ah. Just going to leave that one there.
Oh my God, what's this? Well done, Sam Marsden.
I'd call that a split save rather than spreading the legs, but
Hey.
I'll go with that.
Here's
Mario's
Mario.
on.
Here we
The
go.
big guy.
Get the ball off him, I dare you. All right. Fair enough. That was a big chance, to be fair. Looking back at it.
Yep, miscommunication as well.
Yeah.
We had 2 players taking the same shot, but then they had 2 bites of the pie there. Mario rocking a new hairstyle as well.
Good turn, number 18. Right foot. Sam Marsden. Go on then. Go on then.
Oh, it's absolutely... It's gone out the door, that.
That's it. Time out, I think.
He's put a little bit too much on
It's
that.
not. So what's he booking him for there? Do you see what happened? He's booked him for something. Might have been dissent, I think, possibly.
Yep, could be a little bit of chat.
I will be gutted if Sam Marsden does not find the net.
Good press.
To Mario. Love that. Love that. Here we go. Mario's going to run round him here. He's going to kill it. Love that from Michelle. Michelle and Coop, look at him
Good
at the
game
back.
management this, I think.
Controlling it.
This is where your experienced players really
Yeah.
really start coming into their own.
Good interception. Number 3. Good tackle from Monty. Now he's going to drive. Come on. Kill it off. Fantastic. Well done.
Good play, drive. Good driving from Coops.
Over to Mario.
Oh,
I'd say that's...
poor touch.
Call that injury. Going back from injury. Matt's sharpness isn't there at the moment. We'll let him off.
Coops has been let down there.
Again, Coops is using, he knows what to do. But Coops has gone for it. Oh, number 8's there.
Good save again.
Adam David. It literally, I didn't even see the substitution being made. Adam David just ghosted onto the pitch.
He took the kick in and was up the other end of the pitch to collect the shot that Coops hit.
2 minutes 17 left. The game's slowly being killed off.
Good ball.
Adam David's in. Keeper.
Oh, that was
Tell you
almost
what.
for camera, boys. Inches. Tell you what, that would have been expensive.
Evening getting bill, I think. Game's slowly dying. Sam Marsden picking up the ball.
Have a go.
He's going to go for a shot.
Hit
Rebound. Kyle Halls. Good save. Sam Marsden wanted that. He went.
Somewhat. It sounded like you hit the post.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it.
Sam Marsden leading from the back. Can hear him just over my left shoulder here. Zhao still with a tactics board in hand. He's still looking to do something even with 1 minute left. Sam Marsden again. Go on then.
Oh.
That hasn't come down.
That one's come down with snow on it. Yeah, he's got a big shot though.
Here we go. Come on.
Good confidence from that. I love to see that from a goalkeeper.
Coops, just gonna love that from Coops. Experienced. Is this young Josh again?
Josh Burrows again, back on.
Loughborough slowly seeing this game out. Very, very good game management, I think, from Loughborough, to be fair.
Yeah, it's good game management, I think. Got the goals at the key points.
Yeah.
I don't think Trent have really
No,
threatened
no,
apart from
no.
those 2 shots.
Second half.
There was a period where we sort of switched off, but good saves from Sam Marsden.
Definitely. I just can't think of any more shots they've had apart from the 2 key shots anyway, should I say. Just over a minute and a half remaining. 5-1 to Loughborough. It's a scoop over. Adam David's going to work. He's not going to give. Oh. He's hit someone.
He's heard me calling for it.
And he's gone off after that. Zhao did not like that at all.
Can't be having that.
Like I was saying before, the fly keeper been poorly executed, I think, and really not used the man advantage. Work it round, try and create an opening. But
again, Vinny almost nicking it there.
Oh, let it go. Go on, Monty, shoot. Had a shot.
Come on. Just a minute.
Here we go. 5 fouls, don't forget to Trent, so 1 more and it is a 10-metre penalty.
Good tackle.
Not as been aggressive as we'd have liked. I think we can say that.
Still, I think it's been a very professional performance.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially against Trent. Probably one of our teams we struggled against last season. Didn't win home or away, but this season it has come down with snow on it.
Trent tried it in the first half. They tried the aggressive approach.
Yeah, I think we've killed the game off with important goals.
Now the keeper's come out wide. Finally realised that it being an nudge was not working. Still going. Ollie Judd.
Was allowed to go
Good
there.
block from Kyle. Corner ball.
Shouldn't be allowed to drift through like that.
40 seconds left on the clock. Oh, Ollie just took something to the face there. Referee's
that was a hand in the head, hand to the face. Don't think it was on purpose.
No. Or was it? Never know. I have to have Josh after this game.
Well, we'll be speaking to Josh.
Sam Mastic's there. Look at him, Mr. Chairman. Ah, it's a lovely scoop.
Good touch. Good, well done.
It's just
So
gone out,
lucky.
unfortunately. 20 seconds left. Well, it says 25 on the... 20 seconds left. Game almost over. I think it was over, like I said, 6-7 minutes when Loughborough did get that 5th goal from Liam. I think the game was definitely killed off then.
Ball wasn't on the line, but whatever.
Oh, it's sloppy. Go on then, get it on. Can you get one more? 16
Want a
seconds
big
left.
goal here. Sam Marsden, get yourself up there, lad.
Kyle, over to Sam Marsden. Trent just knocking it down. 7 seconds left. 5. And I think that's going to be it. There we have it. Loughborough 5, Nottingham Trent 1. Fantastic performance from Loughborough. Thank you to you. And thank you to the viewers for that are watching. That's it here at the David Wallace Arena. Loughborough 5, Nottingham Trent 1. Thank you.
It's only now, now or never, now, now, forever, now, now or never, or never. It's only now, now or never, now, now, forever, now, now or never, or never. Or never, or never.
And that is a wrap. A huge victory for Loughborough against Nottingham Trent after going into the second half with a score of only 2-1. Not such a safe score, but we've managed to finish on a whopping 5-1. A mopping 5-1. Matt, tell us, what are your initial thoughts on the game?
To be fair, it was very good performance. I thought it was professional. We didn't get drawn into the silly fouls that maybe they were trying to do. But I thought it was a fantastic professional performance. We got the goals, we killed the game when we needed to, and it was a very good performance, I thought, in the second half particularly.
It was a similar start to the second half as it was to the start of the first half. Do you think it was a case of both teams sort of not wanting to lose, so they weren't really going for it as much?
I think it was very, as you said, it was very similar, but I'm not sure what was said in the Trent dressing room, but they seem to come out and they seem to sort of fade away towards the latter stages of the game. That's unlike what you'd expect Trent to be like. They're normally first to the ball, they're trying to like in your face, but they just seem to drop off. But I think we controlled it very well. We had more of possession. I think they only had 2 shots in the second half, while we had multiple shots. We scored quite a few goals. But I think it was a very good performance. I can't really fault any of the things that happened in the second half. Defensively, very sound, and then going forward, we managed to finally find our shooting boots and score 3 goals.
Yeah. All very good finishes as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Loughborough will remain top of the BUCS table now of today's score. You must be very impressed, and do you see that continuing?
Well, you'd hope so. It's been a fantastic performance. 2 wins out of 2. Yeah. Last season we'd lost our first 2 games of the season. But it's fantastic. I think I've heard that Uni of Nottingham beat Edinburgh 9-2, so I think they're level on points with us now. But I think because of how we beat Leeds the other week, we should have a better goal difference than them. So initially, what it looks like is Loughborough and Uni of Nottingham. But having said that, you can never rule out anyone in futsal because things can happen. Results can not go the way you want or the way we want today. But I think it bodes very well for the season. I think particularly younger members of the squad coming in have been fantastic.
Yeah. So we've just got number 10 from Loughborough joining us here. So how was the match for you?
Yeah, pretty good. I think the boys executed the game plan quite very good. We've only had, this is our 2nd game, so for us to play so well shows that we're doing really well in training. I think today we implemented the defensive system of the game really well, and we put them under immense amounts of pressure, and they weren't able to deal with us today.
When you got that first goal in the second half, you just managed to get another 2 in. How do you feel about that?
This game is very much about like a fitness approach. So in the first half, you can see the teams are quite even, but we've been pushing really hard in training. And I think you saw in the second half they started opening more gaps, and we took advantage of that. So as soon as the second goal went in, their mentality dropped, and we took advantage.
You could really see that as the Loughborough goals kept going in, you just couldn't see a way back for Nottingham Trent after that. Was that sort of the, well, obviously scoring a lot of goals is the game plan, but was your game plan to sort of hold them off, keep in the game, and then as they start to drop off, then you go for it? Or?
Well, to be honest, we don't really know much about them. All we know is from last season how they play. They obviously have new players who come in, and they might change tactics according to those players, but so we wanted to see them out the first half, so we weren't as aggressive the first half. We wanted to see how they play, and from there the coach gave us a bit of direction and guidance and showed us where we can hurt them, and I think we implemented that very well in the second half.
I wanted to know about the new guy, Metcalfe. The first time I've seen him, and he was a man mountain, even though he's only about 5'8".
Yeah.
He was huge. He was probably from up there. He looked like possibly the man of the match for me.
Yeah. Miggs is he's been playing in Spain, so he has that Spanish mentality. He sees the game a lot quicker than most of us, and he's been a massive player for us in the early parts of the season. He keeps things very calm, very simple, knows when to attack, when to keep playing the ball safe. So we're very fortunate to have him.
Because I imagine that makes it a lot easier for the rest of you to play if you have someone at the back who can just control it.
Yeah,
it makes it so much easier.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. So there'll be times when we'll be roughed throughout the season. We'll be bullied. We'll be playing on smaller pitches. We need to be aware. We need to have that kind of player just to slow the game down to our tempo, relax it, keep calm, and he was superb today. Well done to him.
Today's match was great, but what's the next fixture that you're playing?
So our next fixture is against Uni of Nottingham, I believe, on Sunday. I believe they beat Trent last week.
Yep.
So that'll be another exciting encounter. There's a couple of boys who came from Loughborough who will be playing there, so excited about that to play against them. Yeah.
They won again today 9-2 against Edinburgh, so it'll be a good top of the table clash.
Oh yeah, no, makes it more interesting, very much so.
Well, thanks very much for your time.
No worries.
Too long.
Sure.
Thanks very much.
Pleasure, thank you. Cheers.
So, what do you think? What are your initial thoughts on the game?
Well, that was a cracking game. First half was tight. Duels between Trent and us tend always to be both tense and intense, and that first half didn't disappoint at all. And then once the game got going, and we scored that crucial second goal you were talking about, and our pressure and our high pressure started working better. We just kept it under control.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for Trent to get out of the pressure, and that was the key feature of the game. They had us in a couple of occasions in which we were just a little bit off. They are always going to do that. They are a good side, but altogether I thought we were the better side.
Was that goal, I think it was about 30 seconds before half-time. How crucial was that goal, and how much did it change what you said at half-time?
I think that type of goal just before half-time, that gives you that edge. It's a psychological blow for the opposition. It's a psychological oomph for us. It is a very important one. But João is very good in changing games as well. So his half-time talk was spot on, and the little tweaks we needed to get that high pressure working and keep them at bay throughout the second half. I would say was one of the defining things in the game.
How happy were you at that second half performance, getting 3 unanswered goals so seemingly
very
easily as well?
Very, very happy. I mean, we are always slow starters, so having started this season the way we have, with 2 very good victories, I think it's we are all very happy about those wins, but the performances themselves, the way the boys are bonding together so early in the season is quite promising. Now the key is not being too happy with ourselves. We have a very tough next game against Uni of Nottingham, who are doing really well. After all, half of the team comes from Loughborough, it will be a very interesting game between well-known faces as well. Priority obviously is the championship, but we want to do well in the league as well. Last season we didn't do as well as we would have liked. It's always difficult when we have clashes between Super League and BUCS Prem. I think we actually haven't lost. Besides on penalties 2 seasons ago, the final, we haven't lost a single game in BUCS in which we haven't had a clash with Super League.
Wow.
And that is quite telling. This season we've started well. Hopefully we can capitalise.
So what about some of the players you brought in? I've mentioned Miguel too.
Well, Miguel is a top class player. I mean, he comes from playing professional in Spain, so that in terms of recruitment is a plus. One of the big key things this season, one of the key things of the program is that now we are able to recruit players that come here for the futsal, that want to specifically come to Loughborough, not only because it's Loughborough, obviously it's a plus, but also because they know the futsal program we have. We are competing against setups, against programs that have big scholarships, and we are competing with what we can offer them in terms of the coaching, in terms of the club culture, and that is crucial. Mitchell coming in has been really good. Monty has been scoring goals straight away. Monty was second high scoring in the Super League last season with 17 years old, so having him as a fresher with 3 years ahead of him has been crucial as well. Vince Scholl was one of the surprise recruitments we managed to do at the last minute. That has proven really a really good addition to the team. So I'm very happy because both recruitment and the players that have been brought up through the ranks, like Josh Burrows, like Alan David, are all of them performing and bonding really quickly together. And that is very promising, not only for this season but for the seasons to come.
So thank you very, very much for your
time.
Thank you,
and thanks for the great job in broadcasting today.
Thank you.
Any day. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Make sure you follow LSU Media on Facebook for future match reports. I would just want to say a huge thank you to everyone behind the scenes here that's made this broadcast possible. Thank you to the commentators, the volunteers, the cameraman, Paul here who's presenting
and
with
yourself.
me. And stay tuned for more match reports.